Going on soon. I'm going back on the Stern Show. I haven't been on in a while. I know I'm not a very fascinating guest. No strippers. Well, a little bit of drugs, but you know, not interesting drugs. Mostly prescription. But I'm in town for the Turner Up Fronts because we're on TBS now on the Conan Show, and I'm expecting a lot of, well, you came crawling back to Conan, a lot of that stuff, a lot of fuck Jay stuff, a lot of, so the Conan Show's doing real shitty now, isn't it? A lot of that kind of, you know, so, and I'm going to love every minute of it, because I listen every day, so it's, you know, it's like, this is, I was telling somebody yesterday, this is a press stop that I actually enjoy. I like doing this. I like coming in here. It's exciting, you know? As a fan, you're aware of some of the possibly negative conversation or topics he might bring up, but you embrace that. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I said it once before, I think it was on 𝗦𝗵cie𝘄𝗿𝗍's show, because whenever I get talked about, whenever they've mentioned me, they've, you know, I just want them to move on. Like, mention my name and then move on, because the more people start talking about you on this show, the more you become just a shit magnet, even in the conversation. You just, it's better to just, even in their conversation, just kind of pop in, make an appearance, and then have them move on to shitting on someone else. Time equals negativity. Yes, yes. But I relate to it. I think it's very much, it's sort of like my family. It's sort of like what I grew up with. You know, the longer you stick around, the more shit you're going to get. I also read it on Twitter that you sort of hashtag gonna show some titty. Yeah. Today. I probably won't. Oh, you teased. I probably won't. I mean, I'm not afraid to. I just, and I noticed this morning I had a big zit by my nipple, so I'm probably not going to show it. Just, hey, that's all right. That's the male version of I'm on my period. So. Well, just having you here is enough. So thank you. Welcome back, Andy. Thanks very much. And we'll see you in the studio shortly. Yes, you will. Thank you.
Yeah, Andy Richter hasn't been here since he was promoting the Tonight Show, so we haven't seen Andy in a long time.
Oh, wow. A lot has gone on since then. Yeah. Hey.
There's Andy Richter. Hello. Andy Richter, the man who sits at Conan O'Brien's side as he does whatever the show's called now. It's called Conan, right?
O'Brien.
Yeah, it's just called Conan.
Is it true? I read, Andy, that...
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Andy,
what a trick to play on somebody.
I read that they spent about, and I don't even understand this, like $1 million researching what they should call the show. When the show moved to TBS from NBC, that $1 million... $1 million
to find out you should call it Conan?
Well, because they go, should it be Conan O'Brien?
That has to be bullshit.
So you've never heard that?
No. 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 I mean, I think...
Where do these things get started, do you think? I mean, there's so much BS.
Right here.
You think I started that? Probably did.
No, you know what I think it is? I think there's too much information about entertainment. So they have to make shit up.
Right.
Because there's 8,000 outlets for the little turds of information that are about, like, the big turd. So, you know.
Are you here today to claim that you're still on television?
I am.
Is that what's going on?
I am.
Is that the tour?
I'm still on TV, Mom.
Andy, take me back to,
okay.
I mean, you're a very loyal Conan guy, but,
yes.
You know, and I guess I am, too, in this sense. I think you and I were probably the only two people defending Conan at some point. Well, no, Jimmy Kimmel, too.
Yeah, no. Jimmy was great. Jimmy was great. I think, you know...
Did you read Bill Carter's latest book?
Yes.
What did you think? I thought that was really interesting about the whole Conan affair. You know, it was. I thought it was a very fair book.
I thought it was too fair. Every time I read about, like, from the Leno perspective, I was like, bullshit.
Oh, I thought Bill was tough on Leno.
Really?
Yeah, I thought Bill did the appropriate thing. I don't think Bill... off thinking...
Well, where would you have been tougher?
I think Bill comes off as not a Leno fan.
Really?
Yeah.
No, well... There were things. There was. It's been a while too. So since I read the book, I read it right when it came out because.
But for some reason, you felt it
to
wasn't.
look for me.
Yeah, of course. What'd they say about me?
Yeah,
Did you talk to Bill Carter for his book? This book was about late night wars and the whole Conan thing and Jay Leno and all that. Do you speak to Bill about it, or did you stay out of it?
Not officially, and which is weird because there were particular episodes in the book in which I played a part, which he got really right.
But you say not officially.
And I never,
You spoke to him, but you off the record?
No, I mean, like, hey, Bill, how are you?
Right.
Good to see you.
You didn't give him information. You didn't do an interview.
No, I never did, like, an official interview. But
And it would be only things you knew?
Yeah, like, like a conversation. Because there was a time, like, I had to call Jay Leno and apologize because I said something snotty in an interview.
Why did you have to apologize?
Because they asked me to apologize.
Who asked you? TBS?
No, one of the people at NBC who has since been fired.
But let me understand that whole thing.
Okay.
So the way it went down in my mind is Leno, came back. You guys were gone. Why would you then apologize for something?
No, this must have been while it was still going on.
This was while the froth was churning.
I see. So it wasn't clear what was going to be happening.
No. He, quickly, he did an interview with just like some trade paper.
Right.
Like broadcast and cable, whatever. And his 10 o'clock show was going shitty. And he said, the guy kept asking him about, well, if you were on at 11:30, would things be different? How would you feel if you were on at 11:30? He asked, well, I think he only asked him once or twice.
Right.
And Jay said, oh, you mean if they asked me to have if they gave me the old job back, would I take it? Sure.
Right.
Which is like two different questions.
So, he answered something that he was an ass.
Yeah. Right.
And so he was floating that idea of him coming back.
And that was the first.
And what did you say about that?
I said that certainly wasn't the classy answer to that question.
And you had to apologize to him.
And I had to apologize to him.
So how do you do that? How do you make an apology call? Who gives you this? Do they give you a number to call?
They give me a phone number.
Do they stand in the room with you while you make the call?
No. And the guy that...
Did you say it first? Listen. I don't like what Jay said. I didn't say anything. I just said it wasn't a classy answer.
Absolutely.
And you put up a protest, and they said, listen, Andy, this guy's on at 10 o'clock at night. We have to have peace. And so you said, hey, who the fuck am I to buck the system?
Right, exactly.
All right, what the hell?
I have to remember my relative importance in the situation.
Right.
And eat a little crow, and who gives a shit?
Now, did they write out what you were going to say? Or?
So how'd that conversation go?
Well...
how you doing?
Well, it is the funniest thing to me. The first thing was, I'm given a number, and it was pretty early too. And the thing that I said, I was promoting something else that I'd done. I don't even remember. And the guy, and it was just for some like shitty, like online thing.
Right.
And I said this thing, and it wasn't even out yet.
Wow.
And Jay's like, hey, what's up with that? Why is he saying this about
Why is he saying I'm not classy?
Yeah, I'm not classy.
Because Jay acts like nothing bothers him, but it does.
And and he always has to pick up the phone with everybody.
Right, right. Yeah, he picked up the phone with me. That was the last time we talked.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I told him to fuck off.
Well, he said, I get this number, I dial the number, and I'm expecting something other than what I got, which was, hello. It's just like, hello.
Yeah, all right. That's a regular guy.
Oh, hi, Jay.
Right.
How are you?
Right.
And I said, hey, Jay, it's Andy Richter. And he went, Andy, you know how these guys, like instantly into it, like, you know how these guys are. I mean, they hammy, and then you end up saying the thing you don't really mean it or whatever. I mean, it's...
So he's kind of making excuses for you, right?
Which I instantly felt...
he was guilty.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I felt like
I feel like I have a higher status in this situation because right off the bat, he's explaining himself to me.
Yeah.
Right.
As opposed to me explaining myself to him.
Right.
So hooray
He didn't
for
sound
me.
very
Hooray
angry.
for me,
Right.
first of all. And then I had, and the best thing that happened out of the thing was, he said, I just think we should settle these things between each other. If you got a problem with something that I said, you can call me up directly. And
Yeah, the problem is he said something
after
in
somebody
print.
gives you
Absolutely.
his number.
Yeah. And
But he said something in print, and he wants you to apologize.
Right.
You talk to him about it personally.
Right. And I was pissed because here we were trying to build this show
Right.
with basically, like cinder block shoes put on us by his
Right.
lead-in,
Right.
which everybody at the network that was on his side said, lead-in doesn't matter. Bullshit.
Yeah, sure it does.
Bullshit, it doesn't
These
matter.
are factors you can't control.
Yeah, they're saying, like, well, just because we're doing shitty at 10 is no excuse for, Conan must be just putting on a shitty show in the
Right.
late. But it's like, well, why don't you tell all your local news who are all down 50% that they're putting on shitty shows?
Right. They're
'Cause
not. They're
the
taking.
local news is getting dragged
What
down.
you're saying, and this is true, a lot of local news that followed the Jay Leno
Yeah.
10 o'clock show, when they were formerly number 1, went to number 3.
Yes.
Because they're lead-ins. People just leave the TV on. They're not
Yep.
going to go to the different local news.
And that was the biggest
Right.
beef.
Right.
That was what was motivating all of it, was because for the local
So you were getting
affiliates-
fucked because Jay was screwing up. Jay should have left the network and gone up against you
Yes.
guys, gone to Fox and done that. You would have respected that more.
You said it too at the time. I remember
Right.
you saying it at the time. Go away. When
Yeah.
somebody fucks you over, if they're fucking you over, go away.
Jay has
Don't
more-
hang out in the lobby.
Jay has more money than anybody.
Mm-hmm.
He could have easily said, hey, NBC, you're taking the Tonight Show away from me. I'm still doing well. You guys are fucks. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go up against Conan and Andy.
Exactly.
And I'm going to go do my show on Fox, or I'm going to do it on ABC.
Yeah.
I'm going to teach them. No. He stays at NBC and waits to
Right.
do a shitty lead-in show.
And he had the benefit of a network that was being managed poorly because they couldn't make a decision. Like they couldn't divorce somebody to marry somebody.
But here's
you
the
know?
tough question. And in the final analysis, you talk about eating crow.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't you still think you guys would have been better off taking that deal where Jay went on at 11:30 and you guys go on at midnight?
No.
Why?
Because that was their way of putting us on an ice floe and pushing us off, and eventually we would have starved and died.
But wouldn't you have had a better leading? Because Jay does well at 11:30. Wouldn't you also have had wouldn't you have had a bigger audience? Because building an audience at TBS is tough. I mean, you're doing fine. I mean, you got
Yeah.
about 1 million people a night watching. But you would have had more viewers. You still would have been at NBC. And so you would have gone on at midnight. Like, maybe you should have just done that.
No, because that was not what it was. Especially seeing how they manage people and how they
Right.
manage talent.
Right.
It would have been...
No respect.
It would have been, oh, look how good Jay's doing in a half an hour. And look at this drop-off. Because even Jay Leno's miniature version of The Tonight Show wouldn't have been a fantastic lead-in for us
Right.
at that time.
Right.
I mean, to put us right next to each other, I absolutely think that we could have taken The Tonight Show, made it successful, made it our own, and yet had it still live up to the franchise.
Right. How many months did you get?
7.
You had 7 months.
Yeah. Whereas he because we had our chance. That was what everyone said. He had 2 years before he
Right.
beat Letterman.
Right. I remember.
He had 2 whole years of fucking up
Right.
to beat Letterman. And we got 7 months and we were already failures.
And then let me ask you about this. Isn't it true, like late night television to me is really guest driven? Like, you have to have good guests.
Yeah.
If Letterman has on Angelina Jolie, you got to go out and get the other hot chick and all that.
Right.
Wasn't there this perception that Jay was saying, hey, I need the better guests. I'm on at 10 o'clock at night.
I'm in prime time.
We're on in L.A.
Yeah.
And so is Conan.
Yeah.
If there's a good guest to be gotten, I want to get him first.
Absolutely.
Was that going on? Like
Absolutely.
a booking war?
Absolutely, we were still the little brother. We were still going to get
and when you take on the
hand-me-downs.
When you take the Tonight Show on, you think, hey, finally, I'll get to be the big guy.
We should be the #1 slot. We should be. Yeah.
Conan's dream, your dream, I'm sure you shared it, was that, hey.
I mean,
but at 11:30, you guys were finally going to get to be the #1 priority at the network.
Right.
If someone was going to get a good guest, it was going to be the Tonight Show. And instead, the Tonight Show became, it's after the Jay Leno primetime show. So that had to hurt you with guest bookings, right?
It hurt with bookings, but I think it also just, it's what it represented. It was what it represented to still follow Jay Leno.
Yeah, my perception was, too, not only were you following him, but there's a certain amount of burnout that goes on after you've just seen a whole talk show, then another talk show, and then another talk show. It just seems like it's wall-to-wall talk.
Let me ask something, though, because from the very beginning, how does it come about that Conan is decided to be the successor to Jay Leno years before?
That was crazy.
That was a weird thing, too.
That was
crazy.
That was there again. They didn't want to let anybody go.
Yeah, you know what? You got to understand, because I read Bill Carter's book, too. You got to understand something. Conan, the perception was, he's going to be the heir apparent to the Tonight Show. And Conan had all the buzz and all, hey, he's on at 12:30, but he's ready for prime time.
Everybody's always talking about him.
He hosted the Emmys.
He hosted the Emmys, and he was very hot.
He was very hot.
A lot of people coming at him with money.
In that heat, Fox was after him. They were ready to turn over the keys to him at 11:30 at night with a big deal, which I guess now in retrospect he should have done.
Taken,
That would have been good. But all right, he said, gee, I'd really love the Tonight Show. And they said to him, look, Jay's got another 5 years in him. We're going to orchestrate this thing where Jay will step down and you'll take over the Tonight Show. That's how it happened, because they were afraid of losing him.
But nobody ever talked to Jay about this, so he could have been really pissed about that.
And if he was pissed, he should have left.
Yeah. No, I mean, from his perspective, yes. He was the #1 show.
Right.
And they did kind of... But at that point,
but if somebody did that to me, if someone at NBC had said, hey, I have the #1 talk show, and they go, hey, we're moving you out for Conan, I would have said, fuck you guys.
Yeah, but you know what? Jay didn't get angry at NBC.
No.
He got angry at Conan.
Yeah. No, I think he was angry at NBC, too.
Really?
Yeah.
Then why keep working for him?
That's my $1 million question.
See, that's why I don't think he was really angry with him.
I think if he felt it was more the principle of the thing, and I think he also, too, he's a creature of habit. He wears the same goddamn clothes every day. He wears the same fucking clothes every day.
He can't go to another studio?
I can't imagine my company saying to me, hey, man, you've got the #1 show. Fuck you. You're stepping down in 5 years. And I'd say, fuck you in 5 years. Wait till you see the shiv I shove up your ass.
Right.
Yeah. Why do we have to wait?
This is a guy I can't figure out. Leno. I mean, what an odd man that he would stay at NBC and eat their bullshit.
And then do that shitty primetime show. Oh, Jay's not going anywhere, but we, and then there was that whole period of, we don't know what he's going to do, but he's going to be here.
He's going to do something, I actually, and before we go further, I do want to say, because I don't want to seem like the ingrate that's just bitching.
Right.
Because I'm very happy where we are now. And I don't want to seem like I'm hung up on this. We're talking about it.
You don't live it every day, right?
I don't give a shit now. I mean, I love what we do now. And we have a lot of fun. And Conan owns the show.
He does?
He owns the show.
So what does that mean to you?
Never would have had
what does it mean to Conan to own the show as opposed to, in other words, when the show goes into reruns, he can place them on the network he wants to. He's the owner.
He owns the web presence. He owns the name. He owns his own likeness. Nobody can come in and really say, I don't like the way you're doing that. You should do that differently. They can kind of suggest it.
Right.
But they can't just say,
have they come to you and said at TBS, hey, we don't like some things you're doing? Have you gotten any notes, so to speak?
Notes about, we just did a bit where we reenacted the John Travolta massage scandal with peanuts. And
With peanuts?
One of the peanuts had an erection that was a peanut coming off of the peanut shell, and we had to blur it out. Like that's
You
the
had to
kind of-
blur a peanut.
We had
that's
to,
hysterical.
and I was
Isn't that
saying,
insane?
it's a peanut shell with a peanut coming off of it.
Yeah, it's
but
not
it
a
did
penis.
It looked so gross.
Yeah.
It was like perfect. It was so nasty looking. But we had to blur out the peanut that was, that's the sort of thing.
The audience doesn't see the blur out. They see the actual funny peanut, right?
And we ended up showing them the blurred version.
Isn't it crazy in this world you have to blur a peanut? But that's television. What is it, Gary?
I wanted to ask Andy if you knew about this, because in the Bill Carter book, there was this little note in there that said that when Conan was exiting NBC, one of the deal points was that Howard could not be a guest the last week. Did you know about that?
Yes, I did.
Wow, that's amazing to me.
They were really hung up because you had talked about it.
Right. I defended Conan in this thing.
And you and Rosie
had
were
even
saying you were
said-
going to come on together.
Yeah,
You were going to trash Jay.
Rosie and I had
the
just
whole
made up,
thing.
and Rosie hates Jay, and I hate Jay, and we were both conspiring to come on Conan's last show, and then I know there was discussion about me coming on.
Yes.
And so who tells you that Howard Stern is not allowed on the Conan last show?
No, I mean, I knew about it kind of hearsay from Conan, but he didn't, talk about it a lot. But
it would have been so great.
It would have been great. It would have been great. But number one, I think he was just ready to go and didn't want to. He's not a shit stirrer.
No.
Conan generally,
Yeah. And you know what's funny? I remember at the time, 60 Minutes interviewed Conan, and he defended himself, and then everyone said he was whiny.
Yes.
So as soon as you start saying, hey, look, there's a lot of things that went into this, you try to explain yourself, you're considered a whiner.
Right.
It's you can't win sort of situation, right?
Well, you could become the judge on a network television show and just talk about what's going on in your life and have everyone in the world say, will you shut up already with your life?
Right. Yeah. But that's what happens.
People are bitchy, They just,
I think it was that beard. Conan had grown that big stuff.
Did you like that beard? I thought it was a mistake, the beard. Honestly.
I would call him Dr. Benton Quest.
It just seemed like he
looked like Johnny Quest's dad.
Well, you know what he looked like? A guy who got fired from his job, went into a mental hospital, and started growing out his beard because he didn't care anymore.
It totally started out as a depression beard. Wow. It's just a depression beard.
How depressed was he? Seriously. I mean, are you that close that you speak to him every day?
Yeah.
Even when you guys were off the air?
Well, after it happened, there was a couple weeks where I just kind of
backed off.
Let him be, because I knew
he was down.
It was, I mean,
it's terrible.
It had been like his kind of dream.
Yeah.
His dream job, and it got taken away. And he also, too, it felt like he was being rejected by everybody. It felt like just this complete repudiation. Although at the end, there was like this fan, swell of support. That was pretty fantastic.
Well, that's why I always say that people like Conan, anyone in show business, I remember they did it to Chevy Chase. They hired him at Fox. Mm-hmm. They were touting him as the next great thing.
Yeah.
And then they fired him 9 weeks later, and then Fox was out there going, boy, is he shitty. And man, was he tough. The very people who had made the decision to hire him were now bad-mouthing him.
Yeah.
And I said, that's why Chevy Chase got a $9 million payout at the time, which was considered huge for television anytime. Same thing with Conan. I mean, he went from being the network sweetheart, the next big thing, everything they want. And then they went ahead and put Jay in as the lead in. They just fucking sabotaged the shit out of him after 7 months and basically said he was shitty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a miracle he even ended up at TBS. He could have been completely ruined.
Yeah,
and no one would have been crying for him. Yeah, I know he makes millions of dollars, but that's not what it's all about. He still wanted to be an entertainer.
Yeah.
Wasn't ready to hang it up.
No, not at all. No, he definitely still has this urge to do this thing, like way more than I do. I like doing what I do for a living.
Right.
But that was, I mean, from my perspective, too, with Jay, he'd done it for 18 years.
Right.
He had $1 gazillion.
Right.
I was raised to be of the opinion that work is something to avoid.
You're not looking at work.
18 years and $1 gazillion, a warehouse full of old fucking cars. Like,
and he
goodbye.
brags he doesn't even use his salary for anything because he lives on his stand-up money.
That is one of the most spectacular neuroses I've ever.
That's so true.
It's such a cover-up for hiding in closets, listening in.
Unbelievable.
I mean, crawling on the floor, listening in closets. Years ago,
Right.
he did that. For people that don't know, when they
He
were
was proud
deciding
of it.
between him and Letterman, he crawls in closets, listens to the door. I think that presented even he could realize that presents him in such a light of like a desperate person.
He was proud of it. You know where
Yeah.
that story came from? From Jay.
Really?
Jay was proud. He said, I'm so hungry, I'm going to go hide in a closet. He's proud that he fought for The Tonight Show.
But I think there's still a part of him that knows how crazy that is.
Just hide in a closet?
Yeah.
Very crazy.
And so he knows, like, well, now I have to seem like I don't really, like, The Tonight Show. And he's always kind of talked about being the host of The Tonight Show as if it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it matters plenty.
Oh, my goodness, it
like,
matters.
Well,
and
it's all
that's- and that's
fabricated.
so he can say to people, and this is in his weird disconnect, he thinks, I know how people will think that this doesn't matter that much. I'll just say I don't spend my salary.
Yeah, what a
and
thought
people will
process.
relate to that.
Yeah.
Like, no one relates to that, you lunatic. That's the craziest,
I don't relate to it. I don't know who does.
It's like, I don't, I just, I don't
It's
know.
crazy
like,
thinking.
It's like trying to say to someone like, no, I shit into Ziploc bags, and then I mail them to my mother's grave.
It makes no sense.
Yeah, like a normal guy in a denim shirt.
Why wouldn't you spend the money you make from The Tonight Show?
Fuck yes.
Yeah, have fun.
What the fuck is it there for? and I think like years down the road too, he started to even figure out like, I'm spending that money on charity.
Yeah.
Because people started to say, so you're just piling it up? That sounds cool.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. Oh, I never got to finish the thing about the phone call because he said, he's telling me how we should we should settle these things, but just between us.
Like men.
Yeah. And so I said, so when you said that thing about how if they gave you the job on The Tonight Show again, you would take it. I said, did you call Conan or Jeff Ross, our producer? Did you call them to clear that up with them? Because you knew, because I got him to kind of say that he knew that was kind of an uncool thing to say.
Right.
I said, did you call them and clear it with them? He said, yeah, I called them. And I knew that he knew that I knew
that it was a lie.
He's lying.
Right.
I got him to lie to my ear, to my face. And when I could just like go, okay, all right, I'm sorry, Jay, bye. Hey, Conan, did you? Of course not. He
and
knows.
you know what's funny about all that whole story? It doesn't even matter in the long, because like I had this this crazy conversation where I said to him, "You just fucked me over. You didn't make a phone call to me." And I really poured my heart out to him. And I said, Jay, this is why I'm upset with you. And then he goes, oh, okay. So we're friends now, right? Like the phone call itself should mean we're friends. I go, no, we're not friends. Didn't you hear a word I fucking said? I said, I think you're a jerk.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
He's a crazy guy.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, he's doing well. Did it hurt your feelings at first when you guys were out of the job? Jay goes back to The Tonight Show. Did you sort of watch to see who would go on the show as a guest? Did you kind of say, gee, I wish people would be more loyal?
Yeah, I mean, not so much me, but I think that there were people that, and not Conan, but like people at work have kind of bitched about.
Like, who went on there that really irked you? Do you remember? I mean, because I get like that, too. I do. It's like, wow, gee, I wish they would have waited a while before they supported Jay. Like, it would have been neat if they stayed off the show. I forget who Jay's first guest was.
You know what? I can't remember. Honestly, I can't remember particularly because... But I do know, like, there were people that were kind of friendly with. But then you kind of got to go... I remember there were people, but I don't remember who they were.
I bet you do.
No, I really don't.
You really don't?
I really honestly don't.
Because I would have watched that and gone,
You
man,
would
that's a
never
sight.
forget.
I would never say anything to them. I'd say, hey, okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
understand
yeah.
you got a show business career. I follow your reasoning for going on, but like maybe you could have waited a couple of months.
I can't think of anybody, but you also got to answer yourself. You got to say, these people are promoting movies.
Right. They're not sitting caught up in all of this.
They don't give a shit. And as they shouldn't,
Right.
you know. Like, who gives a shit about who has what talk show? It's like...
Is it harder to book guests now that you're over at TBS? It's got to be a little more difficult.
A little bit, but I think... You know, one thing that we do have going for us is that we do have a young show. Like,
Right.
a lot of young people watch our show, and everybody likes that.
And TBS has got to be happy because I don't know what they had on there
Oh,
before.
they're thrilled.
Yeah,
They're
because
Well, they had the George Lopez show.
Yeah, they
Right.
had George.
That was the other
yeah,
one.
yeah.
Are you guys outperforming the George Lopez show? Are
Yeah.
you're doing better.
Yeah, we are.
Okay, so
I mean, as far as I know, I honestly don't know. The ratings,
You don't look at the ratings?
I don't give a shit.
You don't.
What's that?
The Conan one is like
What
that.
am I gonna do?
Yeah, and the way
Like,
you're
we're down in women 17 to 12. I better, I don't know, start wearing Hannah Montana.
Well,
clothes.
for real, I mean, you're in the best position. Like, you get to be on the show every night, but you don't get pinned with, like, hey, you know, Andy was the reason we went down in the ratings. You
Right.
don't get that kind of pressure.
And
Conan lives with that.
I have, honestly, the best job in show business.
You do.
I
You
get
write
to
for the
work-
show.
I write for the show, but I don't write in the way that I used to.
Right.
After the show's done, I go home.
You do.
I go home.
That's beautiful. How long is it? So how many days? How many hours do you spend a day in the office?
It's only 4 days a week because
Right.
we don't do on TBS does movies on. It's kind of like
Right.
you know, the people without HBO's HBO on
Right.
Friday nights.
Yeah.
And that was always the way it was going to be,
Yeah.
which was a very attractive going into it. I get to the office between 10 and 11, or like I'll get there earlier sometimes because I go to the gym there.
Right.
I think it's pretty obvious.
Yeah. You're doing great.
What do you do at the gym?
By the way, he gets a cup of coffee and talks to the trainer.
I take a gravy bath.
Right. What's going on with your weight? Have you put on a few since I last saw you? I haven't seen you in a while.
I probably have, but I don't know. I go up and down. But
You love your food.
I love my food. I do exercise. I'm not in bad shape.
Yeah, I mean, you're not obese or anything. I don't want to give people that impression.
Yeah,
but I mean,
no,
you put
and
on a few.
I have been Baby Huey my entire life.
Have you ever? What's the
I have
lowest
two-
you ever got down to?
The lowest I ever got was when I came to work for Conan. I put on like 40 or 50 pounds from stress and being in that office for 16 hours a day.
Right.
And your only break being restaurant food. You know,
Right.
like ordering out restaurant food.
And you end up ordering all the fattening shit.
Oh, absolutely, because you're like, fuck this, I need
something big.
I need a reward.
cheese.
Yeah.
Well, you're right, because you feel like, wow, I need something to comfort me,
Yeah,
and I'm going to
yeah.
get sick if I don't eat something,
Right.
and it's like you
and
get
you
crazy.
can't order a big boob to suckle from, so you order cheese instead.
Hey, mommy won't give you the boob anymore.
So I put on like 40 pounds, and it was scary how quickly I put on all this weight. Because like I said, I've always been dumpy, and I got on a diet. I was going to the gym 4 days a week, and I got down. The lowest I could get was 220.
220. What do you weigh now?
I weigh like 270 now.
270.
Yeah,
You're not that tall. How tall are you?
I'm 6'2".
You are?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were shorter than that.
That's what everybody thinks. I'm more to scale.
Hey, did George Lopez say that you guys did to him what Jay did to you?
I don't think he ever said that.
Because I didn't see it as the same situation.
No, I don't think he ever said that.
Here's what
Right.
happened. When TBS decided to approach Conan, they asked George to put his show
Later.
back an hour.
Yeah.
Right.
And he agreed, I guess.
Yes.
Because he was like, well, at least I'm on.
Right. What does he care?
And also, too, got a really nice lead-in,
Yeah.
more so than what he was getting before.
Right.
That's true.
And he's not dumb. He knows the way it works, and it was good for him
Right.
to have us as a lead-in, and then...
You know what I noticed when you guys got the Tonight Show?
Yeah.
The first couple of shows, you were very tight. In other words, I sensed that you weren't in a comfort zone. And that's a funny thing to be.
The show or
the Tonight
me in
Show.
particular?
No, I'm talking about the whole show.
Yeah.
The whole show just seemed like it had stiffened up a little bit. When you first got, everyone was viewing to see what Conan was going to do on Tonight Show. But it's so weird because what happens when you move from 12:30 to 11:30 that causes you to all of a sudden go, oh, fuck, there's a whole different, I'm so nervous.
Yeah.
Like it's the same goddamn show.
It's people get in your ear about, like, you have to please old ladies.
Right. They go, it's 11:30 at night. You better be...
There's a lot more old ladies.
Right.
You know,
it's a whole different thing. And Jay knew how to do it because he doesn't offend anyone. Was it wrong in the final analysis to move to Los Angeles? Did that affect the tightness? Maybe you should have just stayed in New York and done the show from New York and been comfortable.
Then you're back onto the thing about booking guests.
I see. That was what the move
you
was.
know what it's like to book guests in New York.
Yeah, look, I have you.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I was looking for Conan. I'm
no Val Kilmer.
Right. No, I'll take you any day over Val Kilmer.
Oh, thank you.
So it wasn't wrong to move to L.A.?
No.
It was the right move.
Absolutely. And I don't think that was ever even up for negotiation.
Do you miss New York at all?
I miss it. Yeah, I
Conan
really
doesn't.
miss.
He acts like a Hollywood guy. That's it. He loves
He's
it.
total Hollywood.
He's total. He's got total Hollywood.
It's gross. I'm sick of seeing his chest hair all the time.
Do you go over there on weekends and stuff? I mean, do you guys hang out ever with the families and everything?
Yeah, sometimes.
Oh, you do, yeah.
Sometimes, yeah. It's been a while, but it's been sort of like, especially with kids. It's when you get into the barbecue pool season, that's when you see everybody, and we're coming out of that.
Are you developing something like a game show or something? I read.
I was the host of one of the new pyramids. They were doing, like the 20
easy money,
whatever.
Right?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
But what happened? It was going into the spot on CBS where a soap opera had been canceled.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they went with The Talk instead. Les decided to do the show that his wife was on.
Les Moonves chose his wife over you?
Yeah. Can you believe it?
Wife.
You got no luck, dude.
I know. Let's see. My sexy wife, or do I give Fatty a game show?
She is sexy, though. Julie Chen.
I like her a lot. I think she's got a real,
You got to hear this. I just went on The Talk. It's going to air Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm promoting America's Got Talent. So and by the way, I said I would not do the Tonight Show when I was promoting it.
Yeah.
I feel like, hey, were you pissed? I'll get back to Julie Chen in a minute, but were you pissed when Letterman made up with, like, Jay? Like, didn't that piss you off? That pissed me off.
That Super Bowl commercial?
Yeah. Did that piss you guys off?
Was
Conan throwing things against the wall?
I don't think we were as pissed as Jimmy Kimmel was. I know
Jimmy's real. Jimmy and I hang out. We talk about Jay all the time.
Yeah. But no, it's just because it's at this point. It's when these big people in show business, where it's just kind of like, it really is like it's almost a mafia thing. Like as the bullet is going in, like, it's just business.
Well, yeah, I never understood this. It's just business.
I don't either. But what
that's
can
the
you
way
do?
it is.
It's the way it is.
People have tried to explain that to me, but I don't know.
If you look for people to disappoint you, you'll never be disappointed.
Getting back to Les's wife, though, this is a funny story. I do tell this on The Talk on Thursday. I was with my wife at the time. She was my girlfriend, and I decided I was going to take her to Gucci or something for her birthday. Like in other words, I was going to say, "Hey, honey, you go, you buy something you love."
Oh, I thought you just meant take her.
No.
Yeah.
I actually opened the wallet.
Look around.
I opened the wallet. I'd been dating her long enough that I opened the wallet, and I said, "Hey, that'll be sexy. Like I'll sit there. She could have a pretty woman day. She'll walk in. All of a sudden, they'll treat her like a princess."
Right.
And, this was my idea of a gift. I thought that was exciting. So we go in, and at the time it was like Les was suing me and stuff, and or maybe it just finished, and we're sitting there. I'm sitting on the couch, and this hot woman comes out, and she's doing the pretty woman treatment too. She's trying on outfit after outfit, and she's parading around, and I mean, the woman had a body that wouldn't quit. And I'm saying, this is fantastic. I'm waiting for my wife, my girlfriend at the time, to come out in her outfit. But look at this chick with the black hair, and she got big titties, and she's putting on one sexier outfit after another. I look over on the couch. 𝗦𝗵cie𝘄𝗿𝗱 is sitting there, like, right next to me. It's 𝗤𝗎𝘄, and I go, oh, my God, is she hot. I mean, it was like getting a fashion show from heaven.
Right.
I think I had a rod in my pants. Like, I'm not kidding.
Right.
And I was just like, wow, she's hot.
Right.
And I was on the talk the other day, and I brought this up. And
did you and Les then have like was it like a...
We both looked over at each other and went, yeah.
Like a sexy wife measuring contest?
Yeah, it was like,
thing?
wow, life's good. And no, it was like, wow, can you believe this? I mean, wow. This is a moment. We jerked off together. In fact, if I'm going to be in full disclosure mode, I jerked him off and then he jerked me off.
Really?
Yeah, it was awesome.
With some of that good Gucci lotion, probably.
But I turned to her during the talk and I said to her, Julie, I remember that day like it was yesterday. I said, Les can't satisfy you. You're on fire. This was during the commercials.
Oh, really?
Well, she was moving around in her chair. They play like rock and roll music during the breaks.
Right, sure.
And Julie is bouncing up and down in her chair. And I said, you know what? She's the wild cheerleader. Les can't handle her. And I said to Sharon, there's no way Les can handle that. And she goes, yeah, you're right. And I go, and then I said, and Julie goes, what are you two talking about? I go, I'm talking about how Les can't handle you. She goes, oh, no, he's great in bed. I go, no, he's not. There's no fucking way he knows what to do with you. And then Sharon goes,
no, he's great.
So Sharon goes, what are you implying, that you're the guy who could handle it? I go, yeah. Yeah, I could handle it. This is what goes on with me.
Right.
So you're happy. You're on the Conan show.
Yeah.
You're doing here and there. They give you a game show, whatever it is, you'll do it.
Yeah, well, we're...
You know what I found out? You got your break on the Conan show. You got hired because of Bob Smigel, the guy who does Triumph, the dog.
Well, he definitely recommended me. I knew Robert because a friend of mine from Chicago that I had started with was working on SNL.
Oh.
And when I was in L.A. one summer, Robert went out there to write the stillborn Hans and Franz movie.
Oh.
And he was out there.
Did that ever get made?
No, because...
I think that might have been funny.
It didn't get made because the Last Action Hero was such a huge flop.
Yeah.
That Arnold Schwarzenegger decided I can no longer make fun of my own image.
I see.
You know.
Oh.
So I can't, it's like...
So Hans and Franz got killed.
Yeah, because
I thought that was a funny
the problem.
sketch.
It wasn't the fact that the movie was shitty. It was,
poor Hans and Franz.
Yeah. So I met Robert and hung out there, and then...
he's a big talent.
Yeah, oh my God, he's fantastic.
What's he do these days?
Yeah, we haven't seen him in a long time.
He just...
Do you guys have Triumph on anymore? You can't own him.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
But, Robert's busy with his own projects. I know he writes a lot of screenplays now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Do they get made, or is he one of those guys that just never gets...
He does a lot of stuff with Sandler, I think.
Okay.
He does a lot of work with Sandler. And I think he's always, selling shows and stuff.
Yeah, right.
But he's here. He's got a family and kids, that take up a lot of his time.
And what's doing with your wife?
She is mad at me because we got a puppy and I came to New York.
Right. And now she's taking care of it.
So you abandoned her with the puppy.
I abandoned her with the puppy. She's on Twitter.
What does she do? Is she an actress or something?
She's an actress and a writer. She wrote a book a few years ago, and she tried to write another book, but the book market is so shitty right now. If you're not...
Does she act anywhere that I know? Where is she on?
She was on a show called Strangers with Candy on Comedy Central. She had a recurring role on that. That was on, the 𝗦𝗵cie𝘄𝗿𝗍.
Yeah.
That was a TV show that she had.
How's the marriage going? Everything all right?
It's going great.
We never read any scandal.
Aside from
you don't bang any of the guests or
no
anything?
paparazzi chase you.
No paparazzi.
Does that bother you? Do you feel that paparazzi? Do you want to tell the paparazzi to chase you?
No. There was one time on Robertson Boulevard in L.A., which is like where there's it's like boutiques where Paris Hilton goes shopping.
Right.
And if you go down there, there's always paparazzi. You see them just standing around with their cameras.
Yeah.
I walked by there one time. I think I was meeting somebody for lunch. I walked by a big crowd of photographers just standing around, obviously waiting for somebody to come out of a boutique. Because they'll call and say...
Right, I'm in a boutique.
Yeah, Lindsay Lohan's buying bras or whatever.
Right.
And I walked by all these photographers, and I kind of think like, oh, here we go. I'm going to get my picture taken.
All upset.
And one of the photographers goes, without raising his camera, goes, "Hey, Andy, what's up?"
That's terrible.
How you doing?
That's worse than them not knowing who you are.
I hate to admit this, but you were at Jimmy Kimmel's party.
Yes.
I had no idea.
I was glad that you noticed, and I was...
Could I tell you something?
Yeah.
And this is the truth. I didn't know. Here's what happened.
Uh-huh.
We were at the party.
Yeah.
And I saw a guy, now that I think back on it, that looked like you.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember seeing you, but I didn't know it was you. I didn't. You know,
Why
you're
not?
like, you know when you see your school teacher outside
Right.
of a
Yeah. No, I know exactly what you mean.
I didn't know Andy was coming, so I don't know. But I left and I went. Someone said to me, Andy Richter was at the party. I go, where was Andy Richter? I love that guy. How come he didn't say hello? And then I'm thinking about it. I go, I saw him, and I think our eyes locked.
Yeah.
And I didn't know who it was. I just thought it was one of Jimmy's friends or something. I didn't know.
I tried to say hi, but you were always,
You know what? In a way, thank God you didn't, because
he would have blown you.
I would have said I would have known who you were.
Yeah.
There's something weird about you.
I would have.
I noticed I threw it off me. I know Andy all these years. It's his fault that I don't recognize him.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, did you notice?
Why don't you get a memorable face, asshole?
Yeah, what's wrong with you? You look like every other guy. You know what it is? Did you notice everyone at the party was wearing name bands, like name tags? That was for me, because I said to Jimmy, I don't recognize a lot of the people at the party. You know what I mean?
I had one. I think I had one on that said Andy.
Yeah, but you were far away.
I think I wrote it like
but it just said Andy Richter.
Really
no
retarded
offense.
script.
There's a lot of Andys.
Yeah.
Did you make your own name tag?
I did, and I did like draw it like a child would draw it, just because I thought it was so funny to walk around.
So I apologize. I would have loved to have hung out with you.
Hopefully I'll make the next one. But
did you have fun? Well, I told Jimmy to take you off the list.
We had fun, and in fact, we had so much fun that. We had to leave early because my wife got so drunk.
Oh,
really?
Yeah, because I think she had a couple shots of Johnny Knoxville's moonshine.
Oh no, he was there with the moonshine.
That's his thing. That's his thing.
And it was one of those. It was one of those things where, when you're with your spouse, and they at a party, and you don't really notice it, and then all of a sudden they say something, and you're like, holy shit, you're drunk. It was because we hadn't been there that long.
Yeah.
And I think because she's such a fan, I think she was kind of nervous and excited.
She was probably excited. She's sharing moonshine with Johnny Knoxville. Yeah, they get caught up. Yeah, my wife did that too with the Johnny Knoxville. I go, what are you drinking some shit from? That's the guy who
knows where that
I know.
Who sticks shit up his ass to get laughs. I go, you don't know where he got that stuff. That bottle could have been up his ass.
Yeah. Well, he probably called her ma'am.
Yeah.
He always calls women ma'am.
It's so weird. Here's this total degenerate, Johnny Knoxville, and he's so polite in person. It's so great.
Yes, ma'am. Right, ma'am.
Yeah. It's crazy. Well, listen, it's great seeing you.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Maybe
I'm such
you'll
a fan.
recognize him the next time.
Let me take a good look at you.
I'm not hoping for much.
Say hi to Conan for me.
I will.
I haven't seen him in a long time.
And Robin, I hope everything goes. I'm sorry about your travails.
Yeah.
Oh, she better be all right. I'm not doing this show by myself.
Right.
I mean, I've had it with her.
Well, maybe Fred could fucking talk every now and then.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You try and get him to talk. Fred, he's not even here, I don't think.
Is he gone?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, there you I thought he died.
When I'm being insulted, I kind of like slink off.
Yeah, Fred, try to speak up.
It's not an insult to say I want to hear your voice.
No, he means us.
Oh,
yeah, my friends. The ones that ignore you when you're at a party.
Right, exactly.
It's too much. All right, listen. Andy Richter is on Conan O'Brien show.
Conan.
Conan.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Conan.
Conan.
And also Madagascar 3.
Do you ever watch? Oh, you
I'm
are
doing a
doing it.
voice in Madagascar 3.
Yeah, how do I get? That's got to be easy money, right? It's
Oh my
cartoon
God,
voice.
it's the best.
How many days do you work on something like that? Why doesn't anybody? I can do voices. Hey, how you doing? This is Madagascar.
Sounds like Jay
That sounds
Leno.
like
Let's
Jay
hear
Leno.
him.
Well, let me do a different voice then.
Okay.
Hey, how you doing? This is Alvin and the Chipmunks.
What a catalog of voices you have.
I do everything. I do everyone. I used to be an impressionist, like 17 years. I gave it all up.
Hey,
It's too
everybody,
easy.
it's me. It's Jimmy Carter.
Hey, this is Jimmy Carter. I used to be the president of the United States. I'm not kidding. With really good accent. I should have won second term. What, am I Nixon?
Sure.
Hey, this is Richard Nixon. No, but do you get paid a lot of dough for that?
Yeah, I mean, considering it's nothing.
And it's
nothing
nothing.
work.
Do you work with the other guys in the cartoon, or do you go into a
You're
studio
going
by
alone.
yourself?
Almost never. I think, like the 4 main animals in it, which is Ben Stiller, Chris Rock, Jada Pinkett, and David Schwimmer, they may occasionally do stuff, but I don't even think so. I mean, Chris told me, like, one time they came to him and, like, recorded him in a hotel room.
Do you actually study your animal? Like, do you go to the zoo?
Did you
and-
develop a character?
What is your animal?
I play a lemur, a little tiny, like, cute little lemur.
Hey, I'm a lemur. Look at me. I can do that. I want to be a lemur. Yeah.
On the first press junket for the first movie, they had us on a panel, like, in this hotel ballroom, and these reporters were asking questions, and they asked Jada Pinkett Smith, like, did you ask your husband about your character and tell us about your character? And she went into this long talk about who this, and it's a hippo. It's like a sassy hippo.
Yeah.
And she goes into this long thing about the character and how she really, Gloria, and how Gloria is this and Gloria is that.
Oh, God.
And I'm sitting there just listening, and then the guy goes, and how about you, Andy? How did I went, and I
lived with a family. I lived with a family of lemurs for a week.
I didn't want to be a dick, but I had no choice but to say, they showed me a picture, and I just did a voice.
What is your lemur voice? Can you do a little?
It's like this. It's actually a ripoff of Robert. Robert Smigel has the theory that all dogs speak with the same accent,
right.
which is Triumph.
Yeah, and
It's
that's what
all
is
like,
that? A Mexican or something?
Who knows?
Yeah,
it's
who
just
knows?
what he decided. And
he talks like this.
Yeah, he talks like this, and it sometimes sounds French, sometimes sounds Russian.
Right. So what is your voice?
This is just, it's a very high voice, and it's lots of screaming, like,
do you feel
like you.
Do you feel really stupid doing that? Like when you first walk in and you go, like, do you think, well, maybe I should just use my regular voice?
No.
No.
In fact, they're now getting away from it because I've done a lot of animation voices, and they will say frequently when you go in to read for something, it's a fucking cartoon. You're playing like a rabbit, and they'll say, but don't make it cartoony. Like, what the
Keep it
What does
real.
that mean?
Keep it real. What the fuck?
I'm a talking lemur, and I'm going to keep it real.
Yeah.
How many talking lemurs do you know?
All through your life, you got to keep it real. You get a chance
meanwhile-
to be a cartoon rabbit.
Keep it real means sort of like underplay it, but if you underplay it, they'll cut you right out of the
no
fucking
shit,
movie.
no shit.
They want
So-
somebody who really pops.
That's right. You got to make a character.
Yeah.
It's got to stand out.
Why not? Yeah.
Let me try that lemur thing. Hey. I don't know. It keeps turning into Jay.
There's the key to you also is like a terrible underbite.
Yeah, you gotta go like this. That's right. What's wrong with that? I don't understand. That's right. Yeah. Conan, fuck him. That's right. We're gonna take over the Tonight Show. Wow, you're a lemur.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I've always wanted to ask this question.
Go ahead.
I'm seeing the Sibian parts.
Yeah. Well, we're using it today for the World's Strongest Naked Woman contest, which is coming up next.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm so mad I have to go to the upfront.
Fuck the upfronts, man.
Why can't you have insertion?
Because there are certain lines that the company here at Satellite has and also on our on-demand, Comcast owns that.
Right.
there's certain lines they don't want to. They don't want to be full
we're not hardcore.
We're not hardcore pornography where you're like.
And why is that? Like, it's because you could pay more. You have to pay more money, or
you want to know the truth?
Or?
I don't know. No, not sue you, but I don't even know that I want to cross that line. Like at some point, it's like,
what are we doing?
Yeah, what am I doing here?
Yeah, but what's the difference between sitting on like a bristly rubber pad and having a giant dildo go in their vagina?
Ask that to like a virgin. You know what I mean? It's the difference between.
Fred.
Fred will answer that. I mean, it's the same thing. Why can't a peanut have an erection? You know, it's just like erections and things going into women.
And because you just feel it just feels wrong. Yeah.
Like I don't have a problem with like Hugh Hefner showing pictures. I don't have a problem with a woman coming on here naked.
Right.
I think that please give me a break. Who cares?
Right.
And if you're having some fun, great. That's good fun. But like once you start having like full blown out porno and
right.
I don't know. I mean,
there have been a couple of episodes where we're like, oh my God.
Right.
Should she really be doing that?
Yeah, and I mean, like, and then I go, like, shit, I got daughters and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
somebody this
weird.
Porn star just made things dirty.
Yeah, right. Like at some point,
how dare she?
Well, at some point it's fun, and then it starts to get really dark.
Right.
And we're like.
In my mind, there's a line,
We want to be a part of this.
You want to have fun, have a chick vomit on a naked guy.
There you go. That we can deal with.
You want to get dark? Intercourse. I don't know. There's some sort of plan I have.
Yeah.
And believe me, it's crazy plan.
Years ago, one of the groups that I performed with had a lot of the guys in the company were gay.
Right.
And so frequently after shows, especially like when we came to New York with a bunch of those guys, I would go to gay bars with them, but just like with them and a bunch of girls and play pool and stuff. And there definitely would come that point in the evening where it's like, okay, time for me to go.
Yes.
What was the point? What was going down?
It was like when the videos changed from dance videos to just. I remember at one point I was shooting pool and I finished my pool shot and turned, and right next to me just a giant screen of just a cock in an asshole, just hammering, jackhammering.
So you get it?
Yeah. And I was kind of like, albeit this video is albeit interesting.
Right.
It's probably time for me to say goodbye.
Things are amping up into a whole new direction.
Right.
All right. I understand that. I love talking to you, Andy. It's always fun to see you.
It's great to be here. And hello. Yes. Hi.
Sorry. Not a lot of teasing went on towards you. I mean, you guys bonded over Jay.
I did. I bitched about Jay as much as I could just to keep it off of me.
It wasn't bitching. It was more like you put it. You're venting about something that happened to you that was put on you. You're reacting to your life much the same as Howard does every day on the air.
Yes. I hope so. I hope it doesn't come off as, and that's why I wanted to say, because I hate it when people say, like, why don't you move past it? It's like, well, people ask about it. What are they going to ask me about, like, the different routes that I drive my daughter to school? Like, there's only so many interesting topics about me.
Right.
So.
And when monumental things happen to you and to Conan, I mean, you have to react to it. I mean, it's impossible not to.
Right.
What do you love about Howard's perspective on Jay? I mean, there's a very shared.
It's consistent. He can, which is a way of saying he holds a grudge very well. No, I think it's there's so much about what's great about Howard is in the business of bullshit, he's pretty honest. He's and there's nobody's honest anywhere, so he can say I have a problem with somebody and then continue to say it.
And you and Conan align with that way of thinking. Are you guys? I know you're a fan. Does Conan listen? Does the staff at your show listen?
Conan listens. He got Satellite a little while ago, and he does listen occasionally. I do know because he'll tell me, like, I heard Stern today. But he mostly listens to music,
But there's definitely a mutual love between the Conan O'Brien show and the Howard Stern show.
I hope so.
I can feel it.
I hope
right
so.
Now.
Good.
Andy, thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're always a gentleman when you come down here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. How are you? And welcome to the show. Yeah. It's Wednesday, January something or other. I don't know what it is. What? 21. January 21, man. 2004. Yep. January 21, 2004. I opened up the newspaper today, reading, what's going on, seeing if there's anything I wanted to comment on, and I saw a sad piece of news in both newspapers that a guy named Jerry Nachman died. Let's see. Did you read that?
Fred told me that it happened.
Yeah, I just read it.
I noticed it on the news last night on Fox News or something. I knew you knew him. So
I knew Jerry, and the way I knew him, I owe him a big debt of gratitude, I guess. Yeah, I guess I do. I really like Jerry Nachman a lot. In fact, in his obituary, they contacted a friend of his. Actually, it was Elaine Kaufman, the woman who owns Elaine's, that restaurant. Mm-hmm. And she said he's an incredible man who, his mind was beautiful. And I agree. I thought he was a real original guy. Very, very bright guy. Very involved guy in New York in the field of broadcasting. But he really did help me out. I was broadcasting in Washington, D.C. in 1980, and Robin and I were there, and feeling kind of beaten up. I was always feeling very underappreciated by the people I worked for. I mean, I worked for a radio station that just hated me. The general manager there resented my success. I took the station from worst to first in a matter of months, and he hated me for it. He had decided that he was going to be the reason the station was doing well, and he resented my success. And constantly told me, I don't like you getting all the credit in the newspaper. What about me, he'd say. When I'd walk into his office, and I'd say, I don't know how to tell you, Goff.
You don't write the article.
Yeah, it's not my responsibility. I'm just here trying to do a good job. And then when I would go in and ask for a raise because he was paying me less money than my previous job, I was making $50,000 a year when I left Detroit, and he quickly knocked me down to 40 and told me take it or leave it, and I had to take it because I didn't really want to go to Chicago or Canada to work, where I had other job offers. So I took the job in Washington, D.C., and I ended up working for a guy who I just couldn't stand. I couldn't stomach the guy. When he walked in the room, I wanted to puke. I mean, as bad as I paint 𝗦𝗵cie𝘄𝗿𝗍, I can't say I've never wanted to puke when Tom walks into the room, but I don't know. Goff is just...
It's not every day.
It's not every day. Goff is just a mean-spirited guy, at least to me. And I was miserable, and then one day I get a call from the general manager of WRC Radio in Washington, which is a all-talk station, mostly news and talk. Real serious, the Sirius AM station that always talks about the issues. And not fun at all. Like almost like the news station, actually. And back then, announcers on news stations and guys who did talk shows never gave their own opinions. Not like you see today, like the Rush Limbaughs and the I don't know, like a Bob Grant kind of thing.
All of them.
Yeah.
Everybody on MSNBC, CNBC, all over radio.
Yeah, the proliferation now of people who feel free to give their opinions, it just wasn't there. So Jerry called me up and he goes, man, you guys are kicking my ass in the ratings. In fact, people are going to you for the news. In fact, I hate to admit this, I'm going to you for the news. I have a news station, and I'm not even listening to it for the news. I listen to you and Robin. He says, let's have lunch. I say, okay. And at lunch, I met a very gracious guy, very heavy. And I remember thinking to myself, this guy ain't going to live long because he just doesn't look healthy. I always thought that of Jerry. He ate with passion, like he did everything else. But a great guy. He had a great conversation with me. He was very gracious and, and was really supportive of my career and said, you'd be great on my station. How about coming to work at an all-news station? You won't have to play any records. I'll never ask you to play a record. Just talk about the news. And I thought, man, that's an unusual idea. Howard and Robin on an all-news station. That'd be awesome. Don't you think? Like, wow, no one will expect that, because I was like the crazy man of Washington, D.C.
Right, it would have been revolutionary.
It really would have been something. But I didn't see my career taking off being on an AM news station in Washington, D.C., signing a long-term contract. In my plotting and planning and the way my career should go, I should be in New York. And I always figured I'd be working at WPLJ, take over the morning slot from Jim Kerr and revolutionize that station that just wasn't making it. That's how I saw my career going, and WPLJ had, in fact, called me to come work in New York, but at night, and playing 12 records an hour and telling me I should shut up. I go, well, what kind of career move is that? And Larry Berger, the program director, said to me at PLJ, well, if you do well at night, we'll put you on in the morning. I go, well, how am I going to do well at night? It was like a catch-22. How am I going to do well at night if you don't let me talk? What, am I going to play those Fakakta records you guys aren't getting any ratings with? How am I going to do that? So Jerry kept talking to me about being the news guy in the morning at WRC, and I kept thinking, this is not the right move. I said, now, how about putting us on in New York? Those guys have an FM in New York. They had an AM in New York. Put us on there. And Jerry was like, well, they got Imus. I go, Imus sucks. Oh, that's awfully pompous of you to say. Imus has been around. I said, Imus's ratings suck. Put me on. I'll show you how it's done. Jerry said it couldn't happen. Meanwhile, Jerry went back and contacted NBC and said, hey, the guy wants to come to New York. How about putting him on in the afternoon? And Jerry got me to New York. Didn't turn out to be a great situation. Turned out to be downright horrible. And the people that I hooked up with were liars and really misled me. But, nevertheless, Jerry believed in me. And I thought the world of this guy. I thought he was like a big teddy bear of a man. A very comforting guy, very warm guy, and gracious and brilliant. Brilliant. So I really got sad when I opened up the newspaper today and saw that the great Jerry Nachman was dead. And I'll tell you what, I heard he was sick about 6 or 7 months ago.
Yeah, we talked about it on the air, actually.
And I sat down and I wrote him a letter. And to tell him that I heard he was ill. I didn't know what was wrong with him. They never announced what was wrong with him, but it seemed serious, I didn't know. Yeah. But everyone was talking about Jerry seriously ill, and I didn't know what he had.
So you did write a letter.
I wrote him a letter. I wrote him what?
I didn't do anything.
Well, that's okay. I mean, you don't know. But I wrote him a letter, and I don't even remember even exactly what I said, but something like, gee, I heard you're ill, and I'm thinking about you, and you're a great guy. And I was kind of hoping he'd give me a call if he felt like talking. But never heard from him. We weren't super close or anything like that. I would have liked to have been, but I just think that Jerry's one of those guys who lives on the fast track. I mean, he was the editor of the New York Post for a while. He was the...
he loved to change jobs. He
changed jobs without fear, and that's another thing I loved about him. If anything about my career, I've always been fearful of not having a 9-to-5 kind of gig. I've always been fearful of not having a steady radio job. Jerry'd get the job to run MSNBC, he'd get the job to run the New York Post, he'd leave, he'd take another job. The guy loved to challenge himself because he was brilliant. He was that good. He could get a job anywhere. And I guess in my letter to him, I said, obviously I care more about you than Robin does. She's not writing you, I am.
Thank you.
I hope you don't mind, Robin.
Just point that out.
Yeah.
I believed he was going to be fine.
You were hoping he'd revive himself. Right.
And you, on the other hand, thought he was done.
I knew he was a goner. I didn't really know, tell you the truth, though. To be serious, I had no idea what was going on. I just thought of the guy. Kept hearing that. I mean, he had this cool job running MSNBC, and I saw him on camera a lot. He was doing shows. He didn't look good on camera, I'll tell you that. I mean, he didn't look good not just because he was fat, but he didn't look healthy at all.
In fact, they have a picture of him here. I never saw Jerry look this good.
Yeah. I think that's like his best picture, and it's nothing great.
Nothing to write home about.
And I'll tell you what, I don't know if he was still married, but he had a wife when I knew him. He got married when we were at NBC. This tall, thin, beautiful woman. And I said to someone, how does Jerry get a tall, thin, beautiful woman like that? And they said, he has got a personality on him. And she was rich, the woman.
Yeah.
Rich.
It's nice.
I don't even think Jerry needed to work once he married that mother load.
That's why I think he was able to freely jump from job to job to job like that. And sometimes just take off without a job.
I once said to him, how'd you get that woman? I mean, tall, towering over Jerry.
Oh, yeah.
Thin, long legs like a model.
You would have never put the two of them together.
He said she thinks I'm a warm, cuddly teddy bear. And you know what? He was. And women liked it. She was right. Because spending a few minutes with Jerry was more exciting than being with Brad Pitt to a woman sometimes. Because you know what? After you look at Brad Pitt for a while, hey, it's a great turn on.
That's it.
But the fun is over. He ain't going to come out with anything that makes you think. You know? He ain't gonna be the life of the party. Jerry was the life of the party. Jerry could walk into the room and entertain and be the life of the party. So, hey, the guy's gone. Sad, because you know what? He's a real creative dude and a great mind. And I think the world of him. And sorry to see that he's gone. So, Jerry Nachman will miss you. And now having depressed everybody with that, the world always seems sad to me when you lose somebody that creative.
And 57, I didn't realize.
57, yeah. All right, I'll knock off the obituary, but I just thought
Great
the
guy, though.
Yeah, I thought the guy deserved something to be said about him. That's all. So, what else is doing? All right, let's take a couple of phone calls. Let's talk to Harry. Harry's gone. Let's talk to Andrew. Andrew is here. Go ahead, Andrew.
Hey, good morning, Howard. How are you?
Hey.
Just wanted to give condolences to your friend. He sounds like a pretty good guy, you know?
Super guy, super creative. And a lot of the things that he did actually sort of influenced you, but you didn't realize it. He was a behind-the-scenes kind of guy, you know. He only stepped...
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Hey, did you see the State of the Union address? This fat idiot Ted Kennedy last night? The guy looks almost worse than Imus, man.
Yeah, well, I saw the most fun part of the State of the Union address is when you're waiting for the president to come out.
Yes.
And there's a whole bunch of stuff going on. Like Fox News is like, we're waiting for the president to come out. And I'm going like, they're building this anticipation. It's George Bush. I mean, we've seen him a million times.
Right, and he always comes out. They do that every time the State of the Union address is going to happen. Like something big is, like fireworks are going to start.
Yeah.
The guy just walks up the...
Yeah, like fireworks are going to come shooting out of his ass. Like we're waiting for George Bush right now. His cabinet is entering the room, and there's massive applause, and people are shaking each other's hands, and then, like, in just a minute, we believe George Bush will be... President of the United States will be introduced to us.
First to the Speaker of the House.
Speaker of the House. And there's Dick Cheney, the Vice President, which is a miracle because you never see the guy.
The President of the Senate, believe it or not.
Right. He is the President of the Senate. You didn't think he did anything, but he does.
Hey, Howard, you see how it's almost like a ballet, too? The way it's orchestrated, the way they all get up, they get down, some don't. It's crazy to watch, huh?
It reminded me of like when you get married, and then the person in charge of the wedding goes, okay, here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to do pictures for 2 hours, and then I'll need you over here, and then I'll need you to hold your now bride's hand and dance to, the Carpenters when you walk in.
Yeah, if you're in a wedding, you're always needed somewhere.
Yeah, you need it.
Yeah, there's a schedule you must keep.
Yeah. You know, my niece Pam's getting married, and she goes, I'm going to need you guys at 9 a.m. for pictures. I go, you got to be kidding me. What time's the wedding? You know, it's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
At night sometime.
I go, okay, listen, you can't argue.
All day.
No, I'm like, holy cow. Can't we knock this off quick? What, are we shooting the cover to Rolling Stone?
Who is she, the president?
Yeah, I mean, can we time this a little better?
Hey, Howard, you got any games this morning? I know it's early.
Little games? Yeah, I got games, but not right now, brother. Too early for games. Nobody's up yet. We're all in a coma.
Yeah, we're here, but...
Right. So what was I saying? Oh.
We were talking about the pomp and circumstance.
Yeah, so I saw, Bush, but it was okay.
I'll tell you, that Howard Dean will make an entrance.
I'll tell you what, man, now I've watched the tape. I've listened to the tape.
I saw
the front page of the Post, which is a Republican newspaper.
Yeah, they're trying to bury him for some reason or other.
All the Republicans are, but they said he had a meltdown. This is a career knockout. He is a doctor. Doctors are used to getting their way. Doctors are used to being...
He can't handle it.
He can't handle it. He's a spoiled kid who always... now he's a monster. The guy spent 2 years campaigning.
Rant looks like Howard's End.
Howard's End. And it
wasn't even a rant.
I don't know. Do you saw it? Do you think that it was a rant?
Well, it was a guy being like a cheerleader.
He was saying, look, we're down, but come on, we're going to go to California.
Rallying the troops,
after seeing it, I will say this, though. There was a couple of people behind him who looking at him like he was nuts.
Yeah, I know, and you know what? I don't know.
You all right, man?
All we talk about is that these guys are passionless. All of them. They're all controlled. They're all controlled by media, gurus.
Sometimes I wonder when they're talking if they're awake. They're so
controlled.
Yeah.
And I know you have to look presidential, like, gee, you're going to have your finger on the button, don't be a jerk. I don't know, man. I watched the tape, and maybe I'm mentally ill, but I don't see a guy out of control there. I see a guy...
like a coach, on the sidelines of a football team.
Yeah. I mean, I don't particularly like coaches, and I don't particularly like that rah-rah crap, but I don't see a guy out of control. I see a guy who's saying, God damn it, I'm going to win anyway, despite what...
fire under their ass.
Yeah, I'm going to put firecrackers in their ass.
I think when he took his jacket off, though, there were a couple people behind him who looked like, what if he gets naked? He would take everything... We're going to go to Arizona!
Go.
The guy is odd, but he only seems odd because he's not acting like a robot.
Yeah, he hasn't been put through whatever mill the others have.
Yeah.
They come out all like Stepford politicians.
Well, I mean, some of these guys, you got to put a mirror on their nose to just see if they're breathing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, literally, John Kerry and, yes, a very controlled, seasoned politician, but...
I mean, the guy won. You'd have thought nothing happened.
Right. Well, this is a great day, blah, blah, blah.
This is great.
You sure you want to be president?
You know what's odd about it? It was odd in the sense that, when you see, like, the really stiff sales guy at the Christmas parties go nuts and do the limbo?
That's what it was like.
Yeah, it's a little awkward in that sense. Like,
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know Jack had a personality.
I'm not a Howard Dean supporter. I don't know that much about the guy. I've seen him speak a couple of times, thought he was bright. But I got to tell you something. I don't know. It's almost like we're sitting and evaluating a guy. None of us knows what he's really for. Why should we know that? We're evaluating a guy on his personality. It's like high school.
And everybody's like, well, this guy's going to have to put, he's going to have the button.
Yeah.
how will he, you know, if he screams like that, maybe he'll be too volatile for the button.
Good. It's about time. You know, that goddamn button's been around now since I'm a kid. No one's pressed the effing thing.
I don't think George Bush.
Do it.
I don't think George W. even knows where the button is.
Yeah, let's get it over with. Let's get a guy in there who's ready to press the button. Let's blame that button, and you know what part of the world, and let's do it.
If there was ever a time for button pressing, it's now.
Absolutely. Our problem is people aren't crazy enough who run this country.
Let's get nuts!
Yeah.
Montana!
But the funny thing is, he's the guy who's against the war, and they're saying they're afraid to give him the button.
Yeah, don't be afraid.
I want to hear him go, we're going to blow up Saudi Arabia!
Yeah.
Syria!
Mention it. Name all them places.
In Pakistan! And
Not only are we going to New Hampshire, Tom Harkin, we're going to South Carolina and Oklahoma and Arizona and North Dakota.
So he's excited.
We're going to California and Texas.
Press the button.
We're going to South Dakota and Oregon.
Come on, blow some crap up already so we can be safe.
We're going to Washington, D.C. to take back the White House.
Yeah. Yeehaw.
Taliban and Al-Qaeda up. We will not give up in New Hampshire.
Do
we
it.
will not give up in
Come
North
on.
Carolina.
That's
we will
it.
not give up in Arizona.
Where else?
Or New Mexico.
Say it.
Oklahoma.
Say it.
North Dakota.
Now.
Delaware.
Say it.
Pennsylvania.
Say it.
Ohio,
Say it.
We will quit now. Wherever we want our country back for ordinary Americans.
Get off right now.
Massachusetts and North Carolina, Arkansas, Connecticut, and New York, and Ohio.
Whoa.
I think Robin was right. He is kind of proving he knows all the states, too.
Call me the N-word. Where's that clip?
Oh,
Call me.
Oh my god! 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 Oh my god!
There's a Dean supporter.
Yeah. Yeehaw! Yeah!
That yelled.
Teddy Jeans.
right when he did that, there was a guy behind him who said, okay, security, let's get Howard out of here.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, the guy's jazzed up, but it doesn't sound out of control to me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you ready for some Teddy Jeans?
Yeah! He's like a rock star.
Ja, was einfach rauskommt.
Man, I can't believe the carrying on. Some guy shows a little emotion. Everyone's out of their mind.
Yeah, they're saying the psychiatrists have said it's a God complex.
Yeah, well, yeah. You know what? Maybe you need that.
Like, those guys don't have egos when they're running for president.
I mean, I don't even know what the guy stands for, to tell you the truth, but I doubt there are many people who do. Well, I mean, I don't even know what Bush stands for, really. I mean, I know he's for cutting taxes, but who isn't?
And for, fighting...
I think he's more for button pressing than...
I know.
Right.
I'll tell you what I know is he's going into Iraq and Afghanistan. I got no problem with that.
Yep.
I know he hates... I know he's uptight about abortion. I hate that about him. And I know he's uptight about...
He's got a whole God thing going on.
Yeah.
He wants to give all kinds of federal money to religious groups to help you stop drinking.
Because he's got a problem.
Yeah.
Because he's
well,
probably...
he says, he went to church and that's how he stopped drinking.
Yeah. I think he's in front of Bill W. between you and me.
No, he says he never did any of that.
No.
It was a church thing.
And then he's got a thing where he hates stem cell research. And that I just don't get. I mean, it's like, you know what? Why don't you tell Christopher Columbus to sit home and not go look for America?
But he's not smart enough to even understand that concept.
Yeah. I mean...
Somebody's never sat down and really explained it to him.
Jerry Nachman would probably still be alive if it wasn't for George Bush.
Yeah.
They have some stem cell cancer research going on.
He would have been thin.
Yeah. But Howard Dean, I don't know what he stands for. But I'll tell you what. I don't care if he makes a speech where he gets a little excited. God, it's refreshing, quite frankly. The hell do I know? Andy, you're on the air.
Hey now.
Hey now.
What's up, Big Bird? What's going on, buddy?
Hey now.
What did he just say, Big Bird?
Yeah.
How dare you?
Anybody who makes fun of me should immediately be hung up on.
Well, come on, Howard. You know you're not as good looking as me. Come on now.
All right, what do you want, Andy? Come on.
I want to ask you, how come you got 𝗪𝗿 on this morning playing the sound bit for that sound of the Dean guy? And he's like, and this guy's running for president, forget about it. Like you said yesterday. He's putting so much fear into these people because he's not being like a robot. If people don't even know what's going on. So the guy has some energy, big deal.
Yeah.
You got crazy Cassie over there. Oh, I wouldn't vote for him. Tell people like him to shut up.
Yeah, well, 𝗪𝗿, he's like a right-wing guy,
And one more thing. How come when you're on Best of on vacation yesterday, I got to hear every commercial about Vertical Blue, and I never even heard the band? I know it's Scott Engineer's son, but how much advertisement they're going to put on your radio?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What are you saying?
Vertical Blue, isn't that Scott Engineer's son?
Yeah.
I got to hear so much advertisements on your radio after you leave about it. And appearing this weekend, and appearing this weekend.
What's he talking about?
I don't know. Maybe Fred reads.
Oh, you mean when Fred does the plug, we give... You only read Scott the Engineer plug? Did you do?
Is that too much Vertigo Blue for you?
Yeah, try Best of when you're on vacation.
Well, really, why is Scott doing why is he doing a Vertigo Blue plug?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
It's the first I've heard of it.
It's at the end of the show. We throw him a bone. I don't even know why.
This guy's saying during Best of he heard it a lot. I don't understand.
Is that true?
Yeah.
I gotta go. I'm sure that's not true. I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't either.
He doesn't even know what he's talking about. Imagine going through life not knowing what you're talking about. It just makes no sense. And you say to him, you heard a lot of Vertigo Blue plugs? He can't even answer the question.
Right.
It's like retarded.
Yeah, Best of, yeah.
Now, here's Scott to tell you he doesn't know what he's talking about.
They're in the normal place. They were
all right, we figured that out. All right, get out of here.
Vertigo Blue tonight in Hoboken, Whiskey Bar.
Get out of here, sad sack. Vertigo Blue ain't going anywhere. Well, you tell your son to you better study something in college.
Isn't it a school night he's letting a kid go out and perform?
Yeah. Vertigo Blue is performing on a weeknight.
No school tomorrow.
Why?
Yeah, midterms, so they're off.
Oh, all right.
Oh.
Really? Yeah.
The boys have a gig.
Take care of them.
Where's he playing with Artie?
Artie's going to intro them, and he's playing at the Whiskey Bar in Hoboken.
It's up the street from where I live.
All right. Vertigo Blue.
Thank you.
Thank you.
They're good, man. You got to come see them.
Okay, get out.
All right. The next Aerosmith or something.
The next Aerosmith.
You never know.
Good. Too hard for me. The Vertigo Blue. He's banking all his dreams on his son.
I know. He's now become that father who's, at every game saying, his son's going to break into the majors, and doing all the agent stuff, coaching.
Should take him on American Idol. Take the boy on American Idol. That's a quick ticket right to fame.
Oh, yeah.
I have no 401k.
This station won't give me a raise. The only hope I have is my son becomes a big rock star and I latch on to him.
I don't have any talent. However, my son...
appears to have broken the Salem mold.
My son seems to be able to do something.
Seems he has an ability. Yes, Chip.
Yo, Al.
Hey.
Hey, Al. First time calling.
Okay. Hey, what am I doing? I got to take a break.
I wanted to talk about Howard Dean's campaign manager. Did you see this guy?
No.
And they showed him on the news last night. He looks all gray and sallow. He's wearing an overcoat like Peter Falk in Columbo. Guy looked like he just woke up on the sidewalk.
Okay, thanks. Well, what does that mean? So the guy, he has a campaign manager that looks like...
Columbo.
All right. Well, we're learning nothing today. Whole world's gone mad.
But this is what people focus on.
Yeah, what the guy looks like. All right, we got to take a break. We'll be back right after these words. Woodgie, let me just say congratulations, Woodgie. Congratulations. Now, listen, what was the best thing about marrying that Chinese girl, Sun Yi?
After they threw the rice at the wedding, Sun Yi picked it up and cooked it for dinner. What a resourceful gook.
Tell me about your plans for the future. Will you be having children right away?
Children? You must be higher than Chris Farley on a case of Liquid G. No, we will adopt a nice 13-year-old Filipino girl with no chest and a flat head. Yum, yum, eat 'em up.
Howard Stern Show. 95X.
New York.
That's where you are?
You're on the air.
Hello, white people.
Live in New York
City. Celebrities, raconteurs, sleazebags, weirdos, lots of lesbians. Made up my mind, making a start. We're going to California! With a weekend in my heart. Last summer I part of it. New York! New York! From Phoenix, Arizona, all the way to Dakota, Pennsylvania, Ohio, D.C., Northern California, where the girls are welcome to the hotel. California! Such a lovely place, such a lovely place, such a lovely place. California!
Feel good. I feel good. Yeah, I like that. That's Dan, the song parody man.
Yeah, I know Dan. He's a good guy.
I didn't know Dan was up here yesterday.
Yeah, he's up here with Bob. He comes on.
But why didn't he say hi to me?
Well, I don't know.
I passed him right in the hall. I don't know that.
Is he the guy with the ponytail?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize.
He was walking around here like he owned the place?
He never said a word to anybody.
No.
He was back there being very respectful.
Dan, the song parody man.
He's great, man. He's the guy who sent in that Metallica thing for 9/11.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Hey, there it is, the Howard Dean remix. Very nice.
Good stuff.
Tin soldiers and Nixon coming for dead in Ohio.
Nice job, Dan.
Nice job, Dan, with the ponytail.
Yeah.
Ponytail thing. Don't see too many dudes with the ponytail
Not
anymore.
anymore.
Dan's still hanging on to that.
He comes to a lot of gigs. He's a great guy. He's committed to that ponytail.
How does he make money with a ponytail?
He does a lot of different types of work. I'm not sure exactly what he does, but
labor or
I think he's like a skilled laborer.
Yeah, because you can't have a ponytail being in corporate America.
Well, he has a trade, you know.
Yeah, like he like puts in tile and stuff.
He's good at stuff like that. Yeah.
Steals cars.
You know, everyone has a side job.
If you steal cars.
If you're a car thief, you can have a ponytail these days. There's a couple of jobs that I know of that, you know, heroin dealer.
Yeah, they get to call their own shots.
Yeah. Or independently wealthy. They get to call their own shots, too.
Sometimes you work security for us on a gig, which, of course, means...
everybody gets in.
Yeah. Everyone gets in and does a shot with us.
Wow.
Now, I think he wanted to say hi to you, but he was, you know, you never know what to do in a situation like that.
I would like to say hi to the dude. He's a nice guy. Oh, man. Hey, there's a lot of good tape going around on the Internet. I just got to point this out before I take some phone calls. There's one tape that I got that I told you about yesterday, and a lot of people went on Consumption Junction to download it. It's this, I don't know where the guy's from. He's this guy, looks like an anchorman on one of the channels or something, local talk show. And, he's doing one of those animal segments, and a lizard pops up on him, and the guy, like, freaks out. That's great. It's really funny. Then there's another one, Family Feud. Tim Stack sent me this one, but a bunch of people sent it to me. I wonder how I can put it in the people's hands. It's so great. There's some chick. Maybe you can't even show it because the chick could freak out. She was on Family Feud, and she's jumping up and down, and her whole boob pops out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I mean...
It really is like it happened on the show.
Yeah, I wonder if they ever really aired it. Somebody got the outtake, because it is Family Feud, and it's real, and her boobs just come flying out.
Ah, that's too funny.
And the host is like trying to...
What is she wearing? Something low cut, obviously.
Low cut, loose, and no bra. And those things just fly right out when she's jumping up and down. Good answer, good answer, good answer. Boom. Boom. It's the funniest goddamn thing. I've seen it 900 times already, and I never get tired of it. There's one other clip going around, too. Oh, there's a real good one. Some old lady is going skydiving.
They jump into a pool.
And did you see the bush on that one?
I didn't care.
I do.
Showtime's coming with it. I'm doing a special on Showtime.
Yeah, they are racy. I love Queer as Folk, but I don't think the L Word's going to be my kind of show. They talk.
Oh, you don't like the lesbian show, but you like that queer show. I see.
Yeah, I like the lesbian show.
Queer as Folk's a little disturbing.
Those guys are hot.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean.
That's harsh.
Yeah, that's where we differ.
That's harsh.
What else you got there, Robin?
Let's see. What else did the president have to say?
He said it all.
This is the Democratic response
to
the president. Here's what Nancy Pelosi had to say in response to the president's address yesterday. A5.
That's right.
The future of our country and our children is at stake. Democrats are committed to strengthening the state of our union, to reach for a safer, more prosperous America.
See this? Republicans and Democrats are gangbanging right now. Our government is like gangbanging. It's all red and blue now.
The Congresswoman criticizes the president's foreign and domestic policies as well.
He has pursued a go-it-alone foreign policy that leaves us isolated abroad, and that...
Yeah, you're a broad.
What's with the broad?
I don't know, man. She's boring me, too.
Well, that's what she had to say.
I'll be honest.
What a snoozer that big.
That's why I like Howard Dean.
Scream like Howard Dean. Get something going, then you
This will make me laugh every time, by the way. This will always work on.
California!
It is funny.
In my home, samurai, Ohio! I want to be part New York! New York! Phoenix, Arizona! Dakota, Pennsylvania, Ohio, D.C.
I get excited though when he screams out places I live like D.C.
California.
See, he knows how to get you. Rockstar's been doing it for years.
Oh.
Hello, California.
California.
All right, that's enough.
They ain't got a bum rap.
Martha Stewart is on trial. They're trying to select a jury, and I understand that Martha is taking a good deal of interest in how the jurors are being selected or which jurors make it on the trial. She actually walked back with the lawyers to do the individual interviews.
Okay, she's really handy.
Yeah, she
You know what?
up close and personal.
She really is insane. I mean, she's got an empire. She's an old woman. You know what? It might be the saddest thing in the world, see an old woman in jail.
I know.
I mean,
well, that was that Leona Helmsley thing.
I know.
That was sad.
Baby, just give it up with the image thing. Just say, you know what? Let's make a deal. What I do wrong here? Okay, I screwed up or something, I guess. I don't even know.
Tell me what I can do to correct this.
Guy called me up, told me to sell. What'd I do? I didn't make a $10 billion fortune here.
Well, you know what? A lot of people don't even know why she's on trial.
I know. They don't get it.
So here's Henry Blodgett of Slate Magazine to clarify what Martha's being accused of.
Everyone thought she'd been tipped off about the actual bad news in the company, but she's now alleged to have been told that the CEO was selling some stock. And that type of information has not traditionally been treated as inside information. That's why you have this gray area.
It's totally gray.
Yeah.
She might walk. You know, insider trading is one of those weird, like, you know how they do that. Hi, Frank. How are the kids? The kids are good.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a tip?
Yeah.
That's like talking to a bookie.
Well, I've walked into Mel, who's the head of Viacom. I said to him, listen, Mel, give me a heads up if something
Are you
weird.
selling stock?
or if you're quitting or something, I want to know. He goes, well, I can't. That's insider trading. I said, well, just give me a wink, buddy.
Yeah,
Write it down. Yeah.
Call and hang up. You don't even have to say anything.
He's well aware of the laws.
All right, he's not going. You might go, but he's not going.
Well, can't even get some goddamn insider trading.
That's why you can't even talk about what's going on at work, can you?
I know.
So that's what Martha Stewart is accused of. And the jury will have to decide if that's criminal or not, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
A Miami toddler shot himself. 3-year-old Miami boy was in critical condition after apparently shooting himself in the head with his father's gun, according to the police. Travis Jenkins Sr. told police he left Travis Jr. alone in a van on Monday when he stopped at a friend's house. This is something parents I hear a lot about. They're leaving these kids in cars and vans and trucks.
Here we go.
No, they're always getting snatched. You know, you hear about a carjacking and the baby's in the back seat.
Do you ever think so many parents don't like the kids and want them to get snatched? All right, come on, put it together. How are you supposed to get rid of these kids?
You mean they don't want a warning?
Yeah, I kept leaving my retainer places where it could get lost.
My parents always left me in the car unlocked, available to anybody who wanted me.
That's back in the day. It was safer.
Yeah, my dad used to put me on the side of the road on the Southern State Parkway. Leave me there for a couple hours. Wait for somebody to take me. I'll tell you what, at least a kid with a gun won't get snatched, I'll tell you that.
If you're going to visit a friend, you can take your kid into the house with you.
Nah, leave him in the car. Crack the window.
There's so much easier in the car.
Yeah.
Well, the boy found the gun in the vehicle's center
Terrible.
console and shot himself.
It's unbelievable. Why wouldn't he?
He's alive, though, right?
The bullet passed through his skull.
Oh.
He underwent surgery at a Miami hospital. His father had a permit for the gun, but Florida law requires gun owners to keep weapons away from children.
Gotta keep them locked up.
No charges have been filed yet.
You got a lockbox, bro?
I don't even have a pistol.
You don't have a gun out by the farm where you live?
Oh, I got some heat, but not like a...
You're a black man
You
living...
got shotgun.
You're a black man living among white farmers, and you don't have a gun?
I have a shotty. I don't have something...
Yeah, you don't want him to get close.
You're not going to roll in the car with a shotty under the seat. That's not...
You got a shotgun.
Yeah, I don't live... Where I live is not that dangerous.
Mm-hmm. Well... Somebody tries to break in when they hear that sound of you cracking that gun.
Oh, that's persuasive.
Yeah.
Clack.
Yeah, that's right. Click, click, click. Head for the hills, Billy Bob.
That's right. But that was...
Chappelle's got a rifle.
That Chappelle's got himself a gun.
But that's like one of those situations where all my neighbors have guns.
Right.
Like on the holidays... Like New Year's Eve, they'll be busting off all night. All you hear is bang, bang, bang. I mean, off in the distance. I don't understand it either. All I know is the whites are resting.
Happy New Year!
Why do people shoot off guns to celebrate?
I don't know. What is that? What is this, Baghdad?
Hey, what happened at that Klan rally where they shot guns
shot
off?
Up in the air?
Up in the air to celebrate, and the bullet came down and hit him in the head.
One of the new recruits.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's a great story.
Maybe he was shot from heaven.
Hey, Dan.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey, now.
Having fun with that clip, huh?
We love it, Dan, the song Party Man. Hey, how come you didn't say hi to me when you were down here yesterday?
I know, I figure you guys are busy and stuff. You know, I didn't really want to have it.
But introduce yourself.
Hey, I'd love to. I'd love to. Next time, I most definitely will.
How come you still got the ponytail? What kind of work you do?
Actually, I'm not doing much work at all these days.
That's what I figure.
That's how you can have a ponytail.
When I see the dude with the ponytail, I know right away.
You know, I was.
How do you get not to work, though?
9/11 kind of took care of that for me.
What was that?
I was independently wealthy, but 9/11 kind of took care of it.
Well, you had a .com thing going?
No, actually, I was in a weird portion of the data communications industry that kind of died because most of the stuff was networking to the trade centers.
Oh.
So I had a large warehouse full of equipment that became immediately obsolete, and my entire skill set did as well. So
wow.
I'm just cruising, looking, just doing things here and there for now.
Jobs are on the rise.
Yeah, according to Bush.
Yeah, things are looking up.
I tell you, I was thinking about your look, and I said, gee, I wonder how Dan, the song parody man, makes a living. And I said, he's got to either be a drug dealer.
A car thief.
A car thief, we thought. When you got that long hair with a ponytail.
I used to be able to get away with it, because people thought, I was good at what I did, so I could get away with looking however I wanted to.
Right.
Yeah. Produce the goods. But,
yeah. Hey, by the way, man, that's good stuff.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man. I love the show, man. Listen every day.
Thanks, Dan.
All right. Take
Later,
care.
brother. Dan, the song parody man, checking in. Yeah, he's good.
I hate that he lost his job, though, because of September 11th.
Hey, what do you think we're going to blame when we lose this job? Everybody blames September 11th.
September 11th did us in.
Nobody loses their job because they're stupid anymore. It's always September 11th.
Why do you think I'm out of shape, 9/11?
Right. Dan looks like a guy who makes T-shirts with that look of his. That's why I think he lost his job.
One of those big irons that he just presses the labels on the T-shirt.
You bet. Hey, 9/11 ended my marriage.
Iron on.
You know that's true, too.
The iron.
A lot of things were lost.
Yep.
On September 11th.
9/11, man. Screwed everything up.
Now, a while back, we were talking about this story. There's a bishop. I think this is, in Arizona.
That's the name of my penis.
The
Bishop.
Phoenix Diocese.
There's a bishop in Arizona!
He was the bishop of Phoenix.
Yeah, he used to be a roadie for Molly Hatchet, right?
He was, he hit somebody and ran away from the scene.
Oh, yeah.
His trial has started. So the lawyer has come up with the defense. The bishop thought he hit an animal.
Deer.
Oh, man.
And that's why he kept going. He didn't realize he had killed a man.
That's not a real good defense, man.
No.
Better defense is 9/11.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, maybe you ought to go with that one.
Yeah, 9/11.
Well, who does he confess that to? If
Well,
you're a bishop, you just say, you know what? Just talk to yourself?
Yeah, I guess, you can take yourself into that little closet.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of bishops have taken themselves into the closet.
Usually they go in with somebody else, though.
What else is in the news, Robin?
And, of course, this is another sad story. We hadn't talked about this before, but that Jersey cheerleader who was found dead outside of a hotel in Hawaii. She'd gone there for some kind of a cheerleading competition and to participate in something.
Is that the one who fell off the balcony naked?
Yeah. Yeah, she was found naked outside of the balcony, 18 years old.
Imagine that's your kid.
Oh, man.
She goes down to like one of those spring break things.
A cute little cheerleader competition.
Come falling off a balcony naked. Yeah.
And they, now have the toxicology results back. They said her alcohol or blood alcohol level was twice the legal limit in Hawaii.
She fell off the balcony. She probably was hammered.
They don't think any foul play was involved.
Right.
She was just in this room drinking with a couple of guys. Got a little,
Can I say something about
too
this?
drunk.
And I know people are going to think I'm kidding, and I'm not. I swear to God, there should be a class in high school on how to drink responsibly.
First we got the marriage class, and then
let me tell you about this. Because every time a kid gets drunk for the first time, they always end up drinking too much. They get so wasted that sometimes they pass out, or they end up in the hospital, or worse, they wind up falling off a balcony.
But do you realize this doesn't happen in Europe?
You know why? They let you start drinking young.
You'd learn at home.
After I read these stories,
so uptight?
The other night I had my kids over. I let them have a sip of my drink. I said, "Here's what all the mystery's about." And my old man did that with me.
Give them your own drink.
I gave him a drink. I gave him a drink, and I said, "Here, this is all the mystery."
Get them used to it at home.
Because I got news for you.
The schools can't handle everything.
And I have daughters, so I tell them right away, stuff's got a lot of calories. They hear that, they avoid it.
Done and done.
That's it. I said, listen, because you guys don't know. You drink 2 of these, you could be hammered and fall off a goddamn railing.
Yeah, man, it's terrible.
But, in Europe, drinking is not to get drunk.
Right.
Which is what we use it for here. Everybody.
I don't know about it.
I don't buy that.
Why else would you?
Over in Europe, they hardly have alcohol.
I'll say maybe in France.
Artie and I are already making plans to get drunk together this weekend. Yeah, there's no more fun than drinking with Artie.
And that's the only thing you want to do with Artie.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Come on. We took a spin class together. It was great.
I love this guy.
But anyway, it's really sad that an 18-year-old girl is now dead because she accidentally fell off a balcony. Stupid way to die.
Right.
Yeah, man.
And nice girl, apparently.
Terrible.
So, there you go.
Yeah, when I was in high school, there were no cheerleaders falling off my balcony. I'll tell you that. Nobody drinking.
You didn't get to spend any time with
I didn't have any fun. I didn't get to go to any spring break. I didn't even know what that was. Nobody invited me.
There's so many things I want to get to, and I'm going on and on and on. I'm really sorry.
You know they got black spring break now?
Oh, they've been had that.
You knew that?
Greek Weeks in Daytona.
I didn't know that.
Virginia Beach. Remember in like 89, it was a ride in Virginia Beach.
Right. That was the first time I heard the term Freaknik.
I went to
Yeah.
I went to a black high school. Every time I heard Freaknik, it was about me. I tell you, the only cheerleader, one time in high school, I was on a balcony with a cheerleader. I tried to kiss her. She tried to jump off.
That would have been how that happened with you.
Yeah.
The kid in the latest Michael Jackson case is very ill, according to his lawyer.
Now, what happens if he dies? Is the case over?
That's what I'm wondering.
See, I heard if a kid gives a deathbed confession, which this actually wouldn't be, but then they got to go forward with the case. But if the kid dies, I don't think they can have a case anymore.
If they don't have evidence,
That's right.
It's only him and Michael who would know what went on.
If I was Michael, man, I'd try to delay that case till the kid dies.
Man.
The boy is very ill and living in seclusion.
Sad.
It's crazy. This world is crazy.
The lawyer says that the prosecutor in Santa Barbara has a strong case against the king and his king of pop.
The king of England. The king of California.
The boy has lost a kidney, his spleen, and an adrenal gland.
And
a fight with cancer.
And a 150-pound man who's dyed white.
The family is
Lost
in
him,
hiding.
too.
They are very private people.
If I was Michael, I'd get that kid drunk on a balcony.
Well, he already did that.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, at least that's what the charge is.
Yeah, that's right. That's a charge. They haven't proven anything.
I don't know what happened.
Oh, maybe see. Well, he held one kid over a balcony. But he got the kid drunk on one.
That's what he should be up on charges for.
He didn't drop him. He didn't drop him. He just...
You don't feel that secure when someone says, I've got you. I've got you in my strong arms.
And did you hear about the New Jersey doctor who killed his wife? This guy...
Is this a Polish doctor? Is it a joke?
No. He...
That's bad.
I guess beat his wife to death.
That's
and then
bad.
he put her body in a car and, like, ran it off something, trying to make it look like an accident.
Oh, man. But that is ingenious.
Well, it didn't work, though. I mean, if you beat your wife in the head,
of course.
Don't try to make it look like a car accident.
Did you ever watch CSI? Those guys know what you did.
Yeah, man, this is like some... You're going to be on court TV with the forensic show.
And the doctor was, a brilliant man. And the really odd thing is that his name was Jonathan Nice, Dr. Nice.
Dr. Nice did something bad.
Don't you hate that kind of irony? I hate that kind of irony.
Me too.
And his name was Jonathan Nice. But he wasn't nice at all.
That's like the head of that gay place, Glad, being Scott Seaman.
Yeah. The head of Glad is
Now,
Scott
that
Seaman.
kind of irony I enjoy.
That's all right. In the movie theaters right now.
Why are guys always trying to get rid of their wives, like, in a complicated way, like beating them and then, like, trying to make it look like... Why, if you want to get rid of your wife, why wouldn't you just... I always say this. Why don't you take her hiking? And push her off a mountain.
Off a ledge.
And then who's going to... I say, my wife fell off. Who could argue that? No way they can prove it. Well, like the Sopranos, when they got rid of Big Pussy. They threw him right off that boat.
Well, somehow that off the boat thing doesn't really work all that well.
Yeah.
You see how they did it. You got to really load it up with weights, chain it up. I mean...
Man.
Not that I know that. But.
Well, I was just reading about remember the 16, 17-year-old girl who was accused of murder with a friend of hers in Central Park? They killed this older guy they were working with. Well, they tried to gut him and put the rocks inside him.
I know.
And throw him into the lake in Central Park.
That is disgusting.
Man, she's getting out of jail. She's out of jail.
21.
Yeah.
It's time to leave.
I can't wait to run into her.
I'm glad she's in the date pool again.
Yeah, they said that she's living at her dad's, upscale apartment.
If I was her dad, I'd be like, I really don't feel too comfortable.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think I'd want her to come
Exactly.
home.
I don't know what kind of demon semen I have in me, but I do not feel so comfortable.
Yeah, I don't need to be around you.
She was adopted. Okay,
Can't wait to meet her on the internet.
What a world. What a world.
Anyway, Monster. You know how people get to be monsters.
I love that movie.
Charlize Theron. It's a wonderful movie. She certainly deserves Oscar consideration.
She deserves my meat.
I really think about it. She deserves the Oscar. Just don't even nominate her.
Oh, that's about the truck stop.
The female serial killer.
Truck stop whore. That's right.
Yeah, truck stop whore.
Here's Charlize on if there was ever a time she hesitated taking the role. B3.
The only time I hesitated was right in the beginning when I found out that she was a real-life person.
Please. Who cares? Just act. Stop it.
Just gain weight and act.
And here's Charlize on why the director was the one person who could have conceived or could have convinced her to do this film.
Once I sat in a room with her and heard her speak about this film and why she wanted to tell this story and what connected her to Eileen and how she was affected by it and
these broads, man.
This is what the L words.
I'll tell you, the director of that Monster's hot as hell. I know.
Patty Jenkins. You say you know her?
Yeah, she used to date a friend of mine. She's smoking.
Yeah, you got a picture of her?
I could probably get one.
How old a broad?
She's probably about early 30s.
Yeah.
Really cute. Really
tall?
hot. Nah, man, a 5'4"-ish.
That's too short.
You act as if you wouldn't date a short girl.
I would date a short girl.
Of course you would.
I like the petite man.
It's one of those things where you know.
I'd date a girl with no legs.
One of those things where you know a hot chick and you don't realize she's got, like, she wrote and directed this movie. When I heard that,
that's hot.
You're kidding me.
5'4" though, man. For me, that's like a hobbit. I feel like I'm on Middle Earth on a date.
Just delving into Middle Earth.
Yeah, she's a nice chick.
Torque is in theaters now. It stars Ice Cube and a bunch of other people. It's about some fast motorcycles and motorcycle gangs. And here the Cube talks about the joy of riding a bike.
It's an adrenaline rush, you know. It's
a what?
If you're going to say that.
You better stay away from the word adrenaline, Ice Cube, man. What's he thinking? Adrenaline.
He thought he was ready, but he wasn't.
You might have to hear that again.
It's an adrenaline rush, you know. It's the same sensation you get like being on a roller coaster, you know. It's fun and terrifying at the same time. But what's more terrifying is, you know,
I met with the director.
Adrenaline when you're trying to say it in an interview.
Hey, whatever, man. That dude's in every movie.
I know, he works.
He'll be working, man.
Yeah,
He's a mogul.
Yeah,
he came a long way, man.
Yeah, he sure did.
Straight out of Compton, man.
Yep.
That police come straight from the underground. Young brother got a bag of some brown with it. Oh, man.
NWA.
Yeah,
That's right, NWA.
The Butterfly Effect will be opening soon.
Oh, is that the one where Anthony Hopkins is supposed to be like...
No.
Black guy?
Yeah.
That's been out and gone already.
Yeah, that was a hard one.
Ashton Kutcher movie.
A white guy with a British accent pretending to be black.
Black from New Jersey.
Ashton Kutcher movie.
Yeah.
That's got to be the most paranoid dude in there after that punk show.
Oh, no, I'd love to punk it.
Oh, my goodness. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah.
Amy Smart is in it with Ashton, and here's Amy on what's more challenging, comedy or drama?
I would still say that drama is still more...
Boy, I'd be banging Amy Smart's ass more than I would Demi Moore. Amy Smart's hot.
Who's she?
Oh, she's smoking.
What's she in?
She said drama's harder than comedy. You gotta be kidding me.
More challenging. Comedy is definitely more fun.
She doesn't know anything.
She doesn't know anything about either one.
She's not going to make you laugh or cry, okay?
She's just a dumb bin. She knows.
Comedy's harder. Who cares?
Jennifer Goodwin is in Mona Lisa Smile with Julia Roberts.
No, I ain't going to see that. Anything called Mona Lisa Smile sounds like it's for women, not me.
That's not
and here's why Jennifer wasn't intimidated working with Julia.
I was really excited to work with Julia because I think she's talented and beautiful. And,
all I hear when she talks is this.
Talented Julia. Mona Lisa Smile, talented Julia.
She's great. I suck.
Julia, giving act is very grateful. Yeah.
but I just don't get intimidated, and to me, she was just I think that's probably why we became such good friends, because she, to me, was always a wonderful woman.
Don't get intimidated, best friend, Julia.
Wonderful woman.
Just plain old, my man Neil said, he's plain old Marshall to me.
I had the pleasure of working with, just like, you know, the girl that I acted opposite in school playing in college.
Comedy, it's harder than drama. She's a genius.
I wonder if I didn't have a penis, would I hang around with women? Listen to that.
No way. They'd be on an island. We'd hear about a race that just shops. We'd be here with underwear and needing a shave going, when are we drinking tonight?
Anything else in the news, Rob?
Simon Cowell of American Idol.
Yeah, he's got a good gig.
It's airing every day this week, practically.
That's the best gig, just goofing on people because they can't sing.
Yeah, it's awesome. I want to hear him sing.
Yeah,
let's hear it, Simon.
On why he initially had doubts about being a judge on the show.
Well, it wasn't so much a doubt. It was just, why would I go to a country I know nothing much about and do the same?
He came on our show singing. He sang.
He sang on the show?
Yeah. You want to hear what he sounds like?
Yeah, I'd love to.
I want to fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like an eagle, let my spirit carry me. I want to fly like an eagle till I'm free. Oh, Lord, through the revolution.
That's right.
That was absolutely dreadful. And here's Simon on how fans of the show feel about his comments to the performers.
Most people, if they come up and shake my hand and say hi, they say, you say exactly what I'm thinking.
That's the gig I want. I just want to evaluate people.
That would be great.
Go home, let someone else produce the show. That's nice. That'd be a good retirement gig for me.
Show up in a T-shirt.
Yeah.
That'd be a good thing to start out with for me.
You'd like to begin and end, right?
You're busting your balls, man. Just have some people singing, just goof on them.
And look at Melissa Rivers getting one of those contracts to walk around talking about a product.
No.
Yeah.
She's got a commercial deal?
It's not a commercial deal, but you know how Kathy Griffin told us they'll pay celebrities to appear on shows and plug the product?
Right.
Melissa has gotten herself associated with the Brawny Man Towel Company.
I would love that.
And she's running around promoting the fact that they're looking to do some Brawny Man makeovers.
You know, the Brawny Man is such an icon. And for the first time...
Listen, it is broad. The Brawny Man is an icon. Who's listening to her? What are they paying her, 10 cents?
I have no idea.
30 years, they've given him a makeover. So it's a fun idea. It's a massively improved product. It's a huge, not rebranding or relaunch, but a new...
Was she lucky her mother's Joan Rivers?
They gave the Brawny Man a makeover?
Yeah. And
Twitter, I guess? First, Aunt Jemima gets a perm, now Brawny Man is getting a makeover.
That Brawny Man's a good towel, though. I use it. I clean myself up after I have sex.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
like a do-rag? Now, see, that's a commercial.
I clean right up all over the Brawny Man's face.
That's a absorbent.
And here's Melissa, who was asked if men are amenable to the makeover.
Well, look at the success of Queer Eye.
Oh.
So men are interested in being made over. They're just...
Not me.
I think sometimes they're too afraid to ask for help. But it's the Brawny...
I like that we had those Queer Eye guys on. They made over Artie, and Artie, like, burned every piece of clothes. Less than 10 seconds, he wrecked their clothes, and that was the end.
Yeah, no one's interested in getting made over, guys.
They made you over?
They did, yeah.
It was a rough afternoon.
He was loaded.
He tried to make them, but they made him.
He tried to bang a few of them.
I got drunk.
Paper towel guy can do it. Why can't a normal guy?
So there you go. Melissa Rivers picking up some of that company money for...
The Brawny Man looked a little gay to me.
The Brawny Man.
Talking about a product.
Yeah.
Well, that's what's happening.
I think the Brawny Man's into a little ass play.
Any guy that called himself Brawny.
Brawny Man. See the Brawny Man, Dave Chappelle.
Oh, yes, I am.
Brawny Dave.
I'm Brawny.
He's in Chappelle's show premiering tonight at 10:30 on Comedy Central. This man is funny.
Yo, man, thanks.
I love when you're here. Come see us some more.
I would love to, man. I'm telling you, as soon as I get off of work at a reasonable hour...
all this work, man, makes Dave not a fun boy.
A very dull person.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. But watch what happens when I call in with one of these celebrities on this list and get that $10,000.
$10,000.
That is, I'm telling you, man. $10,000.
It could happen.
I just hope Dave doesn't know my whore.
What if I did this? What if I had them call in and they say, Dave told me to call? Do I have to be on the call?
No.
No. You
Just get them to do it.
All I got to do is say, Dave told me to call.
5 minutes with us they got to spend.
All right.
5 minutes.
Paris Hilton, I know she's in Sundance right now.
Get it for me. I would love that. And I'll give you $10,000.
Halle Berry, I wonder if she'd do this. She kissed Fred Durst in the video.
There you go.
Maybe she'll call Howard Stern. I'm not asking for much.
It's worse speaking to me than kissing Fred Durst. All right. Hey, Brawny Man is KC's Gaydar screen name. He's on Gaydar.com.
Brawny.
I meant to mention that.
Artie, man.
All right. So, hey, tonight on E! Part 2 of the gay anal ring toss. You got to see it. Lord of the...
Down on all fours and hail the Lord of the Anal Ring.
Yeah, Artie's Lord of the Anal Rings. And,
is this a conclusion?
Yeah, this is where Artie wins, and then I get to feel up Carmen Electra, and so does Artie.
Yeah. A win for all men.
What is this contest?
You should have been here.
It was good stuff.
Oh, man, we were squeezing those things.
You squeeze Carmen Electra's
Yep.
powder. Now, what did it, was it salt?
It was great. She is hot as hell. And thank you, Artie, my man.
I did Letterman with her the other night.
Yeah.
She was, she's gorgeous.
She is beautiful.
Very pretty.
I squeezed those things. Tonight I squeeze them.
You squeeze the booby tonight.
Yep.
It's all,
Tune in.
Is it paper? Well, okay.
No, it's not pay-per-view.
Pay-per-view.
All right. I might not watch my own show this season.
No, I'm on after your show.
It's on right after your show, 10:30 then 11.
10:30.
You going to watch your own show
and then
tonight, or you seen it?
Do you have a party? Do you,
know
have
what?
people over?
I like watching it on TV. Somehow it makes me feel like I don't know. I can't even explain. I just
makes
like
you feel successful.
Yeah, like not even like successful.
Or you're watching it with
You're
everybody.
watching it the way
everybody.
people
like
do.
Right, the community experience of.
Good.
I saw a great promo for her show. The Samuel Jackson beard. That looks funny.
Yeah, that's the one tonight.
That was funny.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, good for
we
you,
got
man.
some wacky stuff.
I'm happy you're working, that's all.
Yeah, me too, but let me tell you, so are the kids in the way.
We'll see you tomorrow.
95X.
I'm exhausted. I got up at 3 in the morning. I couldn't go back to bed. You know, one of those days. So I'm going to go to bed in the green room, and you guys just take over.
Well, I'm kind of tired. I was out late having dinner.
Where'd you go?
I went to see some friends. I was over at their house.
How did that go with your vegetable drinks?
I was drinking my vegetable drinks, and they were eating.
Oh, no. Really?
You still can't eat?
I'm detoxing again. I went on another 21-day detox after
you
vacation.
did?
Yeah.
Wow, that is commitment. Jesus Christ.
So you went over to their house for dinner, and you bring your drinks?
Yeah. I ate my little soup before I left, and then I went over with a drink. They were having wine, and I looked at the bottles.
You know what? Put the weight back on.
Oh, please. No, it's not about the weight. It's about how I feel.
I would be so angry if I had to do that again. Mine would be kill 5 people in 42 days.
See, I can do it if, like, Dr. Ronnie's at the house and I'm locked in the house with her. But then you start going to friends' homes and they're drinking and they're eating great food and you're sitting there going, oh,
it's your life.
Fuck, I'm having my soup and my vegetable drink.
That's the wrong attitude, see?
Yeah, I'd have a bad attitude. You know, somebody sent me a letter yesterday, and they had a picture of your new boyfriend, that midget guy.
Peter Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage, who is a dwarf. Or a midget, I don't know which.
It's funny, his name's Dinklage because Dinky is kind of...
I'm sure he caught a lot of shit.
They're all midgets.
And I love that you're in love with a dwarf because, hey, I'd love to see you screw the guy.
Oh, please, you're never going to see anything.
I would love to watch. Secondly, I think it's just very open of you to say that you're in love with a dwarf. I don't think many women would. I mean, you said I'm really excited about him.
You know, because I've been watching him for a long time. And suddenly I had to say to myself, wait a minute, he turns me on.
Even the short legs?
It's not about his stature. Fingers? It's about his person.
Right.
He's sexy to me. He has a thing.
How dare you not fuck all of us in this room right now?
But okay, you know what? I love that about you. I love that you would bang a
See, I
dwarf.
haven't. He's a respected actor, and Robin is a big fan of those audio. You know what I mean? It's a politically correct thing to say you want to fuck a midget.
Respected actors. I have never come in here and said to you, I have a thing for John Malkovich.
You don't?
Yeah, but because it's not politically correct. This is you want to. You're trying to cater to the midget community.
Yes, it's a big chunk
You're
of the
accusing her of trying to obtain the endorsement of the midget community.
It's a nice thing to say.
No.
It proves you.
No, I know.
It proves you're not shallow.
You're off on a tangent. You're off on a tangent.
I was thinking about you and this feeling of yours yesterday, and I was... First, where does politically correct come in? Because I didn't have to say that at all.
Artie, you know what? I'm not going to get into this side conversation because...
Fred agrees with me.
No,
I do agree with him.
I don't.
No. I was thinking about it, and I said, you know what? I always thought Marty the Midget was cute, but I've never been sexually turned on by it.
Because Marty doesn't have a movie deal.
I believe you. I believe you. I believe you. I believe you.
There was a TV show called Threshold.
Yeah.
And I probably was the only one watching it.
Right.
I'm watching it because Peter Dinklage was on.
Okay.
All right, getting back to this for a second.
All right, we'll accept the premise that
So
Robin
you and
was
Peter
curious.
were watching the show, then.
Somebody sent me a picture of how much Peter Dinklage and 𝗻𝗻 look alike.
I sent it.
Yeah, you sent it, but a listener sent it in.
I can see that.
Someone sent it in. I always attribute who sends the picture in, but I always pass that along to you guys.
Yes.
And I was stunned at how similar they look.
Get out of here.
Right, I'll show you the comparison side by side. And you know what? There is a point there. If you're attracted...
And the more weight Gary gains, he starts to look like a midget because all his other extremities start to shrink.
Well, Robin's saying that if Gary had the same sort of persona as Dinklage, he'd be hot.
Because it's not a physical thing.
Right.
I have just too many stacks of paper here that I could ever even find this picture of Baba Booey and Peter Dinklage.
Yeah, why are you trying to ruin my relationship with Peter?
Get him in here. You got to get Peter in here.
I think it is already ruined. I think he might be married.
Jason printed out
that's
900 pages of websites.
I heard he's married to a regular-sized woman.
See, now you're breaking my heart. I didn't know anything about his personal life. I had my fantasies, and I didn't have any other person in them.
What about Vern Troyer?
Oh, here it is.
His movies have made more money.
I'm sorry. I'm not into midgets. I'm into Peter.
Look, you ready for a shocker? This is really a shocker. I blew this up for you so you could see it. See? Peter Dinklage and Baba Booey.
What is it? Baba Dinklage.
Look at that. Come on.
Oh, geez.
And the listeners wrote, is Robin really trying to say something else?
Like I'm into Gary?
Yeah, that you're into Baba Booey. Take a look. Seriously. Come on. Look at that.
Well, still, those teeth are hanging out of Gary's mouth, not Peter's.
Right. Yeah, but, I mean, Robin explained it's not a look thing.
Yeah.
But seriously, I think if you were in a room with him and it came down to, like, okay, he was attracted to you, started dating, whatever, I think the stubby fingers and legs might throw you. I do.
I was thinking about this whole thing yesterday because you put it in physical terms. It was always just a sort of ethereal thing to me because I just get turned on watching him going, boy, he's kind of sexy. And so I'm thinking about it. I'm like, could you really walk down the street with a guy who, he could hardly reach your hand?
Right. Could you do it?
And, could you go out with friends? And could I endure the relentless goofing?
No.
That would happen in this room.
Yeah, well, no, you couldn't.
That was actually my significant
You'd have to leave the show.
What do you think you would do to him sexually? Like, I can't figure out the position. I think he'd be if you were on all fours, he could stand and bang you.
Would you give him mini head?
I could see Like, that would be right out of Zap Comics. Like, you're on all fours nude, and he's standing behind you, entering you. I keep seeing that.
Well, that has to be one of the positions, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
you know what it would look
probably
like?
a major position.
It would look like a Chihuahua mounting a golden retriever.
Oh, thank you. But I thought, it probably would be very interesting being dominated by someone like that.
Over there.
Well, good for you. I admire your openness to sexuality and opening your life up to the dwarf community or midget community.
And now
like
that you've said that, her goal is complete.
Yes.
That's what she wants everyone to think.
Oh, you devil.
You know, speaking of sex...
At least I'm not trying to suck up to Eddie Murphy secretly.
Well, yeah, that's true. At least he's full size. Speaking of sex with midgets, you know, the first movie I wanted to write that I had an idea for, that I went to Frank Sebastiano with, I wanted to play Santa Claus Jr., you know, Santa Claus's kid, and call it Santa Claus Jr., but not like a kid's movie. I wanted to make it like a really dark, almost NC-17, like Santa Claus Kid is
a mess.
Dark, you know, heroin addict who can't deal with the fact that his father's so successful.
In total rebellion.
Yeah, and he has this really dark life, and I wanted him to be an alcoholic who gets drunk and sometimes fucks some of the female elves. And I wanted there to be like this huge techno scene where me and a midget chick were on ecstasy, and she's an elf, and I seduce her, and have this major fuck scene where I'm fucking a midget in every single possible
See, I would love to see
That's a great movie premise.
I pitched it to agents, and they all rolled their eyes and said, you can't have a love interest as a midget, because I wanted to get the midget pregnant.
Right.
And then I have a wedding. And
How about, so was it a comedy or was it really a tragedy?
No, it's a very dark comedy. Very dark, you know.
Yeah.
And I said the only way it'll work is if it's not about if it's not a kid's movie at all. It's like an example of a kid whose father is so famous for something, and assuming it's a real world, the North Pole, and this kid gets everything handed to him at the North Pole.
What about a movie where you're a clown at a concentration camp?
It never got beyond the pitch. We got up to the midget sex scene, and everyone was like,
and
no.
everybody just died.
Yeah. Speaking of movies, I just got the new scripts for Porky's, the remake we're doing.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I haven't read it yet. I got it on, you know, we go back and forth with this. It's got to be good.
Yeah.
So.
It's been a while.
Well, you know, Private Parts script was 4 years in the making. You know, that's just the way it's done.
I know what it's like, yeah.
Yeah. So, unless you just put something out that is kind of rushed together and
Do you like
really works.
it? You like the
I don't know yet.
Oh, you haven't read it?
This is a new draft based on meetings we had.
Same writers or new writers?
This is, it's always a different configuration, but I can't even remember when we started this process.
Yeah, I know.
But it takes forever. But I have them, and I'm going to read them over and see where we're at. Looking forward to that if it ever comes out. That'd be really cool.
Well, I'm
we're all
really
set.
sad now. Peter's married. See, I didn't even know.
You're back. Maybe I'll put him in Porky's, too. Well, Porky's 1, actually.
Well, the good news is Double A is still
him.
available.
Yeah. Let's see. What do I have today? We have a whole bunch of things. By the way, Danny Bonaducci is calling in. He's like in the middle of a divorce with his wife.
Yeah, that really broke up. Do you think Danny can survive now?
Yeah, he's got a girlfriend, I see.
Oh, right away.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Of course.
Of course. Who waits? I don't.
That is so crazy to me.
How long before you had a chick you were steady with? You know what I mean? Like you said you banged right away.
About a day.
Steady
Yeah.
with? Like,
well, not steady. I mean, you know, people I would turn to in a moment of need.
All right.
Yeah. I was saying about a day.
I'm dying to know the first chick you called. Dying to know. But anyway, we'll get to that, another time. When you're on
you actually...
either me or you are on our deathbed.
You actually might know her.
Ooh.
Really?
Yeah, in some weird way. Okay. Some weird connection.
All right, well, and now I'd love to know even more.
Now you can go through your Rolodex.
You can deduce. So... Hey, so let me get to this. There's a bunch of things, and this is kind of long, but you got to hang with it. So Fred yesterday on the wrap-up show said that he believes that Jackie Martling stole the Jackie puppet.
Really?
That he's behind it.
I think he's behind this.
Oh, wow, that's great. Do you think it's been gone that long?
No.
I don't believe that that's true at all.
I think it's an inside job, but I think he might have something to do with it. You know how he is like with tchotchkes and like keepsakes and things like that?
Yeah.
I think he wanted that for himself.
But didn't he reveal that the puppet was missing? Didn't he?
Then that's why I'm thinking why is he revealing that now?
Well, the news team got a hold of Fred and interviewed him, and then I guess Jackie, it was played for him on a show last night, and Jackie responds.
Oh.
But you know, Jackie, it takes 17 hours to respond. Well, let me tell you a story. He thinks he's Arlo Guthrie at Alice's restaurant.
You mean he went right into a story?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Hey.
Arlo Guthrie.
Yeah, that's funny, because it reminds me.
Will we have to suffer through the 18 hours of tape, or can you just give me a yes or no answer if he cops to it or not?
Well, why don't you listen? Here's Jackie talking about Fred and the Jackie puppet and all of that, and, you know, whatever.
The topic on hand, the puppet. There's been, like, just a firestorm of controversy surrounding this thing.
You realize this was my job in the Stern Show. Gary would be walking out the door, everything would be at a lull, and I'd go, look at the size of his ass. And I wouldn't have to do anything else. Everybody'd go nuts, you know. It's just basically like tripping a runner or something.
Yeah.
And all I did was a couple of weeks ago say, where's the Jackie puppet?
And look what you've unleashed. Now, since you don't listen to the show, I think you should hear what Fred said today.
Okay.
If there's anybody looking for attention, it would be Jackie.
The mystery of the missing Martling marionette, not such a great puzzle for a guy whose sense of Stern Show history is unparalleled.
I do suspect, for some reason, that Martling is behind it in one way or another.
The fact the joke man sparked this frenzy in the first place, pleading with Stern Show staffers to help him find the Jackie puppet, is a dead giveaway, according to Fred Norris.
It's horseshit. It's total horseshit. Jackie hated the puppet when it came in. He didn't find it flattering, and he found it less flattering when people would, like Billy West, would operate the puppet and say things that Jackie, while he might have been laughing on the outside, was seething on the inside.
All right,
Fred,
stop the music. Stop the music.
Jackie
Stop the music.
First of all, it's fun sitting here watching you listen to that.
No, it's just funny because I'm, you know, the fact that Fred is crazy, I think I should be rewarded just for getting him to speak. You know, like that. First of all, I love the puppet. Always loved the puppet.
He's full of shit.
It was great publicity for me, negative, positive. That's crazy. No such thing as negative. I was right in the lines. So was Fred was. But I was right in the lines Billy was saying. It was a great part of the show. Now, for him to say that I didn't like the puppet is so absurd, because what he doesn't know, and what nobody knows, probably till now.
Now, Jackie's about to tell a story, what no one knows until now. But,
right,
of course, like all Jackie's stories...
Is this something we even care about?
No, you don't care about it, A. And B, it shows what a genius, what a Machiavellian genius,
you know what?
Jackie is.
Nobody knows, because this didn't exist until he heard this tape, and now he's making it up.
No. This is how he's a genius. Listen.
Oh, let's hear.
Is that whatever the fateful day was, I came home one day to my house in Bayville, and there was a truck in my yard, and my friend Billy was there, sitting next to another guy who I didn't know, and between them was this cute little puppet that looked like me. It had a tiny Budweiser in its hand and a real joint of pot in its mouth. I said, Billy, what the fuck is that? And I can't for the life of me remember the guy's name. He was from Center Island. He said, this is George. Let's say his name was George. This is George. And George is a big fan of the show, and he figured everybody else had a puppet, that you should have a puppet. And I thought, that thing is a fucking hoot. And immediately, the first thing I said to them was, you know, this thing is great. But if I walk in there with this puppet, they're going to say, you're an asshole, Jackie. You're just trying to get publicity for yourself, and it would go in the garbage. I said to him, do you got a wife? You married? You got a girlfriend? He said, I got a wife. I said, is she pretty? She said, she's beautiful. So what you got to do is show up at the Stern Show with your pretty wife and the puppet. Like you're bringing it there to fuck with me. And they'll fall in love with it. And he said, all right. I went to work, and like a couple days later, like clockwork, and you could pull out the fucking tape from that day. Gary walks in, hey, how does the guy in the lobby got a pretty good-looking wife, and he got a puppet looks like Jackie, pretty and funny. And Howard says, all right, bring it in. So Gary brings in the puppet, and Howard's like...
So, in other words, this story...
He set it all up.
He said, of course, you know, if someone came in with a Jackie puppet, we would have loved it anyway.
Right.
But Jackie makes it seem like he's so brilliant. He thought, like a chess master, he thought 80 moves ahead.
He worked us all.
He worked... I worked them all.
Wow, I feel manipulated.
There's a fist up your ass, Fred.
But nobody knows until this moment.
Well, it's amazing. He operated you like a puppet.
Yeah.
He operated me like a puppet. I suspect
like he had
Robin
3
was operating like a puppet.
Yeah. All right, so just let Jackie finish here.
That's all right. And he takes it, and everybody starts fiddling with it. And the guy's saying, yeah, we thought this, I don't know what he said, you know, I thought this would be funny, goof on Jackie, whatever. I'm like, I was playing like Brer Rabbit. Whatever you do, don't throw me in the briar patch. I'm like, oh, get that thing out of here. And the guy's looking over at me, and we're winking at each other. And it became a major thing on the show. So meanwhile, if I had said to the guy, look, I don't want to bring it into the show, it would have never gone any further. I fucking loved the puppet from the beginning. For him to say I hated it from the beginning, I brought it in the back door because that was the only way for it to work. Now, I'm sure they're going to deny this up and down, but it's the absolute truth.
We're not denying anything.
How could we deny it if let's say he's telling this story, and let's say
in other words, the guy brought
it was true.
The guy brought in the puppet, and we loved it.
That's all we know.
Right.
That's all we know.
I didn't know if there was some sort of like master plan behind
Jackie
it.
Connection.
You couldn't possibly not love this puppet. It looked exactly like Jackie.
It looked like the same rickety Jackie that we know and love.
Yeah, just like the Baba Booey puppet.
Right.
The one I call Billy,